Good afternoon, Chelsea fans. Here we go again. 4 months down the line from the Champions League final. Pep Guardiola and his hairband, Jack Grealish, at Stamford Bridge, looking to avenge 3 defeats in a row. And they've got something to prove. They had a bad result against Southampton last weekend, a 0-0 draw. And Guardiola's made changes. Foden's back in, De Bruyne's back in. But who cares? The most important thing is the Chelsea team news. And with Mason Mount out, we wondered who would come in. Would it be Hakim Ziyech or would it be Timo Werner? Fair play to him. Thomas Tuchel's gone with Werner. Looks like it's going to be 2 up front, Lukaku and Werner together, with the 3-man midfield all playing together for the first time. Jorginho this season, that is. Jorginho, Kovacic and Conte. Come and say hello. Welcome along, people. Diddy, Dale, Chris, Andrew, Clinton. Good to see you. Ollie, 14, I'm not going to do that. Don't ask me to subscribe to your channel. I won't be publishing your post. Just get involved like everybody else does. This is a massive, massive game. And first things first, we need refreshments. Mr. Daft has got a little bit of a hangover this morning. Went out for the first time since baby's been born. Properly out to a pub. Had a couple of beers. A little bit fragile today. So, hair of the dog. Dano, how are you? Marlon, how are you? Good to see you here. This is huge game. Big game. Chelsea back four is interesting. No Thiago Silva. Christensen comes in between Aspi and also in between Tony Rudiger. The Chelsea team is as follows. Mendy's back in goal. Aspi, Christensen, Rudiger. Reece James keeps his place on the right-hand side. Conte, Jorginho, Kovacic, Alonso. A 5-man midfield, you could call it, with Lukaku and Werner up front. On the bench, Kepa, Chilwell, Chalobah, Thiago Silva, Loftus-Cheek, who was outstanding the other night, Sal, Havertz, Hudson-Odoi and Hakim Ziyech. Plenty of options for Chelsea. Plenty. And this is huge. This is a big test. Chelsea have not had exactly the easiest start to the season with games against Tottenham, Liverpool, the Arsenal, which not really a big game anymore, and now Man City. We win this game today. It makes it 4 on a spin against Guardiola's Man City. And most importantly of all, it maintains our impressive start to the season. We could end up with 16 points from a possible 18 to start the season, and looking at our fixtures would be outstanding. Today is all the talk about Man City, how they're going to approach the game. Guardiola made a massive mistake, Champions League final, as we all said, as soon as we saw his team playing no defensive midfielders. Today he does. Rodri's playing today. He's learned from his mistakes, let's just say that. Robert, good to see you from sunny Spain. Min, how are you? Good to see you as well. Come and join in the chat, people. Get involved. Drop a like on it as well for me. And we're going to get cracking. Min, you love Chelsea. We all do. So we've got ourselves 10 minutes before kickoff. How do we think the game's going to play out? City are going to look to be playing with their fluid attacking football. Chelsea with the focal point up front with Timo Werner playing off of him. Good to see and interesting to see how these two are going to play together. They've only played briefly together, but to try and get them to get an understanding and maybe like a partnership up front gives us the option to switch to a 2 up front at all times. Obviously today, Thomas Tuchel looked at Man City, the way they play. Obviously they're trying to pin their defensive midfielders back. Marky, how you doing, mate? Good to see you in. Len, good to see you as well. Yeah, not everyone supports Chelsea here. Before you say anything, it's a shandy. I had to have a shandy this morning. A little bit fragile. Let's just say that. Anyway, so Man City got plenty to prove. 4 on the spin if we beat them today. Pep, as I said, made a massive mistake, Champions League final. And he's learned from his mistakes. There's no Sterling today. I need to bring up the Man City team. I'll wait until the kickoff. We're not really too bothered about what Man City are doing. Come and join in the chat. So live match coverage, ball-by-ball commentary, radio-style commentary. And remember, I'm watching on the BT Sport app. I'm 1 minute delayed, 1 minute behind the normal coverage. So please, no spoilers in the chat. If there is spoilers, you'll be removed and won't be able to comment any further. This is a big one. This is a big game. Chelsea win this game today. We make a big, big statement in the title race. We are title challengers. We're definitely title challengers. We have to be considered as title challengers. Anything less, bearing in mind the amount of money we spent last summer and the big outlay on Lukaku this summer, if we don't make a challenge, you have to say it's not good enough. So we need to make sure that we challenge. And this is a benchmark game today. Forget your Liverpool game. That's gone and done and dusted. They're up there with us challenging. Forget your Arsenal. They're just nowhere. Forget your Tottenham. They're in a right mess. These are the big games of the season. This is the one we look at the fixture list, and especially our fixture list, as I've said already, start of the season. If we come away with a win today and 16 points from a possible 18, it's outstanding, bearing in mind the teams we've faced. So, we're 7 minutes ahead of kickoff. Andrew, good to see you, mate. Robert, that's it. Sync the game. Turn off the commentators on the telly, and I'll talk you through it. Again, just remember, though, I'm a minute delayed on the coverage. So, why go anywhere else? There's other people do watch-alongs. I can't understand why you would want to watch someone watching the game and just sitting there like this. Oh, that was unlucky. That was a good chance. And not, what's the point of watching someone watch the game? Whereas you can come here and I'll talk you through it. So, this is huge. This is massive. We're looking today for, interesting to see how we get on in the midfield with Kovacic, Jorginho and Conte. Obviously, Jorginho will sit. Those two will be box to box, which will be good to see. Will Timo Werner start the game up top, up alongside Lukaku, or is he going to be given license to roam around him? Think of his movement, Champions League final. Think of the space he's created for the goal for Kai Havertz. It was Werner's run that took Diaz away. Stones already sold himself to go deep. And I'm sure Timo Werner's movement will cause them all sorts of problems today. It's a goal. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. David, I'm good. Philip, good to see you in. Make sure you share the link to this stream as well. We'll get more and more Chelsea fans involved. 200 short of 18,000 subscribers now, which is just amazing. Bearing in mind, since the baby's arrived, it's 1 or 2 videos a week, which I appreciate every single one of you understanding the situation. I try and do more videos when I can. Now he's approaching, or getting older, it should become a little bit easier. So, Chelsea, Man City, the benchmark game of the season so far. I know, Liverpool, Mark, I know. But this is the one where City are the title holders. This is the game where you test yourself against the title holders and you see exactly where you are. You measure exactly how far we've come. Because let's not forget, Champions League win last season was a bonus. It was a complete bonus. None of us expected it. And don't get me wrong, it was amazing. If you saw my commentary on that night, I cried on YouTube when we won it for a second time. Yes, we've won it twice. But we were so far behind Man City in the Premier League. And Thomas Tuchel has always maintained, when they're talking about title challenges, he's always this sort of just distanced himself from actually saying those words. He's always focused on closing the gap. Close that gap between Chelsea and Man City in the points last season. And today, it'll be unbelievable if we can beat them today and go to 16 points from a possible 18. Hat-trick, good to see you, mate. Paul as well. Andrew, thank you, mate. We're 4 minutes away from kickoff. Again, I'm 1 minute delayed, so no spoilers. Stamford Bridge full, looking as marvellous as it always does. And just remember, I can't show any coverage of the game. I can't do any sound from the game because you're just going to pull my YouTube license, or my channel will get banned. Copyright. It's a goal. Thank you very much, mate, for the super chat. Appreciated. How are we going to approach it? I think Chelsea will approach it in the same way. Well, look, I don't think we'll play counter-attacking. Obviously, there's going to be periods of the game where Man City will dominate. But the difference between Chelsea last season against Man City to Chelsea this season is we can sit back, we can defend, and all it takes is one ball up to Lukaku because we've now got the focal point who can hold the ball up. Man City don't have that. They don't have it. It's interesting to see how they're going to approach the game. But as far as Chelsea go with the 3 men middle of midfield with plenty of legs. Kovacic, Kante, with the movement of Turbo Timo, fresh from scoring recently as well. This could be good today. Man City got the big guns and the hairband. He's in. I'm surprised he didn't fall over as he's come out the tunnel. Let's be honest, Jack Grealish. 100 million on Jack Grealish and Lukaku cost 2.5 million less. Who got the better deal? Let's just leave that there. Anyway, the players are coming out. Man City first. What is a super chat? A super chat is support for the channel, and it also highlights your comment so everyone can see. And it just stands out amongst the chat. And obviously, as you saw there, it's a goal. Ask the question, pops up on my screen. I see it. It's much more clearer. And it's just supporting the channel. So I appreciate it. It's a goal. David, you're always welcome to do so. I don't ever ask anybody to do that. If you feel like you want to do that, I appreciate it. So, what kind of high heels has Grealish got on? I think he's got about 6-inch platforms. But I just want to confirm his hairband is in place. Chelsea's team. Edouard Mendy's in goal. The back three remain in... There's a change, sorry. Thiago Silva's out. So Aspi starts next to Christensen and Tony Rudiger. The two wing-backs, Reece James and Marcus Alonso. With Reece James, with Kante, Jorginho and Kovacic in the middle of midfield. Timo's up front with Lukaku. On the bench, Kepa, Thiago Silva, Chalobah. Everybody, basically, apart from Mason Mount. Jane, how are you? John, good to see you, mate. Good to see you over in New Zealand. Man City, Edison, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, De Bruyne, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Jesus, and the hairband. On their bench, they've got Stones, Aki, Fernandinho, Mahrez, Sterling, Torres. But yeah, Chelsea's 3-5-2 formation against their 4-3-3. They're going to push three players up. Phil Foden is backing the team up top. Grealish on the left, Foden on the right, Jesus for the middle. And we're going to be relying on the likes of Alonso and Reece James to deal with them as well. Mezzi, good to see you, mate. Oi, oi, good to see you in. Chelsea Robjet, how are you? Thank you. Congratulations on the new sign. I'm thanking you for our new sign, Lukaku. I signed him. I didn't. Steve, good to see you in. Lukaku and Kevin De Bruyne exchanging pleasantries. Jack Grealish walks over to the Chelsea fans. I hope he's getting grief. I really hope he is. So here we go. Players are out. Come on now. Thomas Tuchel, cap on. Imagine if we win this game today. Imagine it. 4 on a spin against Pep, who's regarded as probably the best manager at the moment there is. Well, that's what some people say. Another German over in Anfield will probably have a word about that. But Michael Oliver's the referee. What you want to see the referee is not have an influence on this game. So Man City are going to kick off. They're kicking towards the Matthew Harding. Chelsea kicking towards the shed end. Man City to kick off. And get your betting slips out. How long is it going to be till Grealish falls over? Here we go. We're a minute delayed from normal coverage, so make sure you don't put any spoilers in the chat. Here we go. We're just waiting. The referee's waiting, obviously, for the word to start the game. Yeah, he was. He was. Grealish was in the pub I was in last night. There was a bloke sitting in there with a hairband on. He's obviously modelled himself on Grealish. So here we go. City kick off. We're underway. It's gone back to Rodri, who plays it out to the right-hand side to Kyle Walker, and straight away Marcus Alonso is up against him. Plays it back to Laporte. It's Diaz, actually. Diaz is playing on the right-hand side of the defence rather than the left. Laporte's got the ball. Chelsea backing off. Pushed up inside their half, but just backing off and just allowing them possession at the moment. And just to confirm, look, it looks like Werner's pushed up, right up with Lukaku. Man City play out to the right-hand side. A long ball up from Kyle Walker, which Christensen just guides out of play with a little barge from Phil Foden. Chelsea goal kick. Ozzy, good to see you, mate. Good to see you in. Giuseppe as well. Chelsea take their goal kick short. Mendy just rolls it to his right-hand side to Christensen, who plays one more outside to Aspi. into the feet of Jorginho, surrounded by players, and gets the ball away at the edge of the box. And Man City try to win possession back, and Conte turns away from from 2 challenges. Then Rodri comes across, wide left, halfway inside our half. City have won the ball back. De Bruyne into the feet of Jesus, edge of our box. He's got Kovacic around him, plays it wide left to the airband, up against Reece James. Takes it to the byline, goes around James, tries to get across it, and Reece James gave him a little bit of a barge just as he's about to cross it, and Grealish fluffed his cross. It's gone out of play. It's a Chelsea goal kick. He's tried to sort of like to chip the ball and sort of just stamp his foot on the floor. He's smiling. He's obviously getting some grief from the Chelsea fans. Goal kick goes out to Rudiger. One more out to Alonso. Into Jorginho, surrounded by 4 Man City players inside our box. One more to Alonso, and he plays it up the line to nobody. City pressing high with urgency, and they've won the ball back. And they play it back to Diaz, who's about 10 yards inside our half. And he plays it square to Laporte, bottom of the centre circle, inside his half. Chelsea just up inside our half at the moment, right on the halfway line, pushed up. Lukaku and Werner. It comes out to the right-hand side to Walker. He's about 20 yards inside our half, and he's played it back on the halfway line to Diaz. Bernardo Silva by the benches, collects it, now switches play to Laporte on the left-hand side. He goes one more to Cancelo. Cancelo up against Conte, thinks I'm having none of that, and goes back to Laporte, halfway line. Chelsea backing off here, not pushing up and pressing, just happy to play in defensive shape. And City are knocking the ball about in the midfield, and they've found Foden. Now Bernardo Silva, right of centre, goes wide right to Jesus. He's got outside of him Walker. Cross comes in. Aspi heads it away for a corner. Chelsea are starting on the back foot here. We're starting sitting deep, and we're allowing Man City to play. We need to press them, and we're not doing it. And City have got it easy, you've got to say, at the moment. Chelsea have not started very well at all. Only 2 minutes in, or 2 minutes 40 in, but it's not good at the moment. Man City's corner. It's only going to give them confidence by playing this way. So Foden's going to take it from our left-hand side. Left foot in-swinger. Cross comes in. Missed at the far post by Laporte. Jesus runs out to the corner flag to collect it, and he does. Plays it back to Laporte. Inside to the airband, who's crowded out by Christensen, who turns away and does well. By the corner flag, plays it up the line. Finds Lukaku. Holds off the challenge of Laporte. It was Bernardo Silva, believe it or not. And it's gone out for a Chelsea throw-in. 10 yards inside our half. Right wing. Chelsea need to step up here, 10 yards, and need to up the gears here, big time. Take the throw short, James. Gets it back from Conte. He's closed down, so he goes one more backwards. Jorginho finds the ball, and he's got De Bruyne all over him straight away. Jorginho going backwards towards our goal. Finds Christensen. City pressing high, and they've won Grealish has won a tackle, and it's a Chelsea throw-in. 10 yards from our corner flag. They're giving the ball to Jorginho, and he's been surrounded by Bernardo Silva. I'm actually seeing a picture of Thomas Tuchel, and Thiago Silva's in the background waving his arms about. He's not happy with the way we're playing as well. And we take the throw and launch it forward, and City just play it backwards, just back to us. Christensen by the own byline launches it. Rodri wins the first ball. Cancelo wins the second and goes back to Laporte. Now Chelsea press. Now they stop. Werner's going. It comes to Diaz, who plays it one more to Kyle Walker on the halfway line. Into the feet of Foden. And Kovacic gets in and wins it. And Werner's trying to turn away from a challenge. He doesn't. Unlucky. Good break. The break was on for Chelsea. Man City committing plenty of players forward, and they've won back possession. They're just knocking it about themselves at the moment inside their own half, and now they've played it wide left to Cancelo. 10 yards inside our half. Plays the ball outside of his right foot. Grealish is trying to get in behind Reece James, who's just seeing him out of play. Aspi comes across to cover, and the ball's going to go out of play. So Reece James is grappling with Jack Grealish. And just as the ball's about to go out of play, Aspi's come over and just sort of stopped. Reece James then stops. So the airband decides to throw Reece James forward, and then ends up in a heap over Azpilicueta. Chelsea goal kick. Mendy launches it long this time, looking for Lukaku. Wins the header up against Laporte, who went with him. But Diaz is there covering him and heads it wide left to Cancelo. Chelsea pushed up, pressing. It's gone back to the goalkeeper inside his 6-yard box. They play it out to Diaz, who plays one more to Kyle Walker. Chelsea have pushed up, right up on Man City here now, and they're playing it across their goal line. Sorry, the penalty box, and it's gone to left-hand side now to Laporte. Chelsea now back off. Diaz. Laporte, he's got the ball. Plays it to the bottom of the centre circle. Rodri's got loads of time just to take it and play it wide right to Silva, who plays the ball up the line to Jesus. Up against Alonso, edge of our box, right-hand side. Alonso's doing well to hold him up. Cross comes in, deflected, away at the near post by Christensen. only as far as Kyle Walker, 30 yards from goal, right wing, collects the ball. He's got time. Walker's got time to put his foot on it and get across it. Get to him. Shut him down. He doesn't. Jesus tries to get across in. Rudiger comes across and tackles him. It goes off for a Man City corner. Jesus is holding on to his leg here. Rudiger, it didn't look like it was really nasty, but there's a moment of play there where Kyle Walker collects the ball on the right wing. He's leveled the edge of our box and we've backed off. And he takes a touch with the ball. He puts his foot on it, looks up. Then he moves the ball 1 foot away outside of his feet. And then he crosses it, and he's got so much time. Chelsea are so reactive at the minute. We've not started well at all. We haven't gained any. We've got no sustained period of possession so far. It's a Man City corner, our left-hand side. Foden both arms up, left foot in swinger, plays it towards the back post, and it's easy for Mendy to collect it under no pressure. Collects it, looks to give it early, and he finds Alonso. And he's shut down by De Bruyne straight away, but referee's given a free kick. De Bruyne can't believe it. It didn't look like it was a free kick, to be fair. But Chelsea have started off as if they played a game yesterday. They need to step up 10 yards, go through the gears. It's poor opening from Chelsea so far. I know obviously Man City have caused us no problem, no gong mouth action, but this possession at the moment for Man City is only going to give them confidence. We've got the ball. We play it to the right-hand side to Reece James. Gives it to Jorginho. Launches the ball high over the top right wing. Werner brings it down. Looks for Reece to Conte. But he's too slow. Man City win the ball back. Rodri goes back to Ederson. Lukaku goes to shut him down. Goes to Diaz. And now Kovacic's on Diaz. Diaz panics and just plays it out to the left-hand side. But Jesus gets back in ahead of Rudiger and wins it. They're halfway inside their own half at the minute. City. They've gone back to Kyle Walker by his corner flag and he launches the ball up the line. Flicked on by Foden, but there's nobody there. And it's easy for Christensen just to mop up. And he plays it square to Aspi. It goes back to Jorginho. Jorginho back to Aspi. Aspi looking for the feet of Werner, but they've nipped in their head and won it back. And Foden's got the ball top of the centre circle. Jesus finds Rodri. Goes wide left now, halfway inside our half. Cancelo out to the airband on the wing. Gets it back. Cancelo. Rodri. Chelsea, everyone's behind the ball. No further than 30 yards from our goal line. Walker looking for a pass into the feet of Jesus. Overplays it. It's gone out of play for a Chelsea goal kick. But Chelsea are just backing off. There's no urgency to Chelsea at the moment. There's no press. Only when the ball goes back to the goalkeeper, they're pushing up and pressing. But we're allowing Man City's midfield to dictate and dominate the game at the moment. And this is Chelsea's 5th goal kick already. Mendy rolls it out to Christensen, who looks for a ball right, doesn't find one, so goes back to Mendy, finds Rudiger, Kovacic, Jorginho. Man City go to press, we try to beat it, and Werner's flicked the ball round Diaz as the ball's played up to him, and Diaz brings him down. Referee gives a free kick. If anything, that's a booking. Doesn't get his card out. Great touch from Werner. Ball played up the line. He's dropped deep, Werner, 10 yards inside our half to take it on the spin. Flicks it round past Diaz, who brings him down. Referee just says free kick. Deary me. So, Chelsea free kick, 10 yards inside our half, left to centre. Rudiger goes wide right to Aspi. He goes to the byline. Halfway line, Reece James collects it. Jorginho's asking for in space in the middle, and he's shut down straight away by Foden. He has to go wide left to Rudiger now. Kovacic, right in front of Tuchel. Ball's in the channel to Werner, finds him. Does well to hold it up, lays it off to Alonso, but he's tackled. We lose possession. They play it up to Jesus, who's shut down by Rudiger, and then by Kovacic. It's gone off for a Man City throw him. Man City throwing right in front of Tuchel. It's actually a free kick, believe it or not. I don't know what for. And they take it short to Rodri, and he goes back to Diaz, and he plays it first time Cancelo, who's got time to move over the halfway line. One left to the airband, but he's shut down by Reece James straight away. Back to Cancelo, launches one high, looking for a run of Foden. Christensen wins the first header. Grealish, believe it or not, has fallen over under some pressure from Reece James. And Reece James is down, holding onto his ankle. Grealish is claiming that it was a free kick his way, but it isn't. He goes up with Reece James, and Grealish has caught him. As Grealish has fallen on the floor, see, this is what Jack Grealish is all about. He's halfway on the floor and he's doing this to the referee before he's even fallen on the floor. He's just got a shoulder barge. They're both at it together. Grealish and Reece James are giving it to each other. 50-50. Grealish don't like it. He's like a modern day Alan Devonshire. West Ham. He used to dish it out. A dirty player. But then when he got it, he cried like a baby. Grealish and his airband. 100 million. Do me a favour. He's a joke. Oh, big game. Champions League this week. PSG, Man City. Jack Grealish, honestly. If he's 100 million, my word, I should start playing football. I'll be worth about £1. Anyway, we're still waiting for Reece James. He's getting some treatment, but he's up on his feet. Chelsea free kick just outside our penalty box. Probably about 5 yards to just outside of it. And with that, Chelsea moved the ball 10 yards further forward. No free kick. The referee's given a drop ball. Deary me. He's given a drop ball to Man City, Cancelo. 10 yards inside our half, left wing. Plays it back to Rodri on the halfway line. He's allowed to step forward 10 yards. Once again, Chelsea backed off in defensive shape. They play it to Bernardo Silva. Works out to the right-hand side to Jesus. Inside to Rodri. Back to Jesus, who's now having to walk backwards, and he plays the ball back halfway line to Diaz. Right of centre. Goes left-hand side to Laporte. Chelsea backed off again, which is not good. Swings a good ball out to the right-hand side. Headed on by Jesus. Rudiger covers. Flicks the ball to Alonso. Tries to flick it past Jesus. He wins the challenge. It goes out for a Chelsea goal kick again. I don't think Chelsea have had more than 1 or 2 touches in Man City's half yet. This is the way we've started this game is poor. It is so poor. We're backing off. We're giving Man City time and space. And all that's going to do is get them to feel comfortable in the game, to give them confidence. It's ridiculous. Chelsea's goal kick's taken short. It's worked out to the right-hand side. And Kovacic finds the ball level the edge of the penalty box on the left-hand side, wide left, and loses possession. It goes out for a Man City throw-in. They've taken it, play it off him. They take it short to Walker. He goes back to Diaz, 10 yards inside our half, and he goes on the halfway line to Laporte. They swing it out to Cancelo. Reece James goes to meet him. The airband's on the byline. Now Aspie goes to him. Shuts him down. Back to Cancelo. He's about 10 yards inside our half, and he's forced backwards to Laporte, sorry. Swings it to the right-hand side of centre, and Werner goes to Diaz and shuts him down. Does well, but Diaz holds him off. But Werner's forced him backwards inside his own half. And now Man City's defence just playing it from right to left. Then back again. It's gone to Laporte now. Lukaku's in front of him. He's inside their half. Plays it to the halfway line to Cancelo. He's shut down by Conte. Back to Laporte. There's no energy from Chelsea. We're backing off again inside our own half. Laporte's he's taken 10 touches inside our half and no one shut him down. Comes out to the right-hand side to Silva. Jesus, he's got the overlap. Walker. Corner of the box, right-hand side. Rudiger goes to meet him. Holds him up. Forces him backwards. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic nips in and wins the ball, but he collects it again. Plays it to Rodri. Rodri flicks the ball wide right to Kevin De Bruyne. Alonso goes. He comes inside, flicks it looking for the feet of Jesus, and Chelsea do well to win it back. Kovacic tried to come away with the ball and just takes his eye off it. They lose it. Foden now finds the airband wide left, out just outside our box, left hand side of the pitch. Can't get my words out. And Chelsea win the challenge, but then Rodri collects the ball and he's got so much time. Chelsea backed off again, 25 yards from our goal line. Now halfway inside our half, Man City. They've gone back to Laporte on the left hand side to Walker. Back on the halfway line. It's now Diaz. Just Man City just knocking it about into the feet of Rodri, then back to Walker, Diaz. Chelsea are lined up in their defensive shape. Now Conte goes to press and they play it out wide left to Cancelo. De Bruyne's made that run in the channel inside the box, pulls it back to the penalty spot behind everybody else. Alonso collects it and just plays it short. Chelsea are knocking the ball about and Man City got 3 players shutting us down. Aspie by our byline, clears it up to Lukaku, holds off the challenge and does well. Finds Alonso. Chelsea breaking with Werner. Werner's in, left-hand side. Diaz comes across. Werner holds the ball up just inside. He turns him. Cross comes in. Lukaku blocked on the near post. Chelsea playing counter-attacking football. Esports 7, do me a favour and do one. Where's the moderators? Get rid of him. Man City have got the ball. They play it to Rodri, left-hand side. Cancelo now. Halfway inside his own half, walking. Chelsea backing off, walking back. But there was a sign of what we can do on the counter. The ball's come to the right-hand side to Kyle Walker. Over halfway. Kovacic comes out to meet him. Chelsea pushed up now to the halfway line. It's gone back to Diaz. Rodri collects it into the feet of Foden, top of the centre circle, shut down by Andreas Christensen, plays it backwards. Now it's gone out to left-hand side to Laporte, who's allowed to drive forward 15 yards with no challenge. Finds Cancelo, ball over the top looking for De Bruyne in that run on the left-hand side. in the channel and he's overplayed it and it's gone out for a Chelsea goal kick. But there's the motion from Chelsea. Ball played up to Lukaku, holds off Laporte, plays it back to Alonso, and then Werner spins and he makes a run in the channel. And we found him, but his first touch, and to be fair, Diaz got back in and shut him down. But the cross come in and they blocked off Lukaku. Mendy takes the goal kick and fires it straight to Rodri, top of the centre circle. Plays it into the feet of Jesus. Tried to find Foden. We play it back to Mendy. Launches it. Werner goes up, but Bernardo Silva, the tallest person on the planet, wins the header, believe it or not. Kyle Walker now into the feet of Foden. Man City halfway inside our half, but Foden's offside. Chelsea free kick. It's about 12, 15 yards outside our own box here. Chelsea free kick. Man City looking to spin in between the two centre-backs either side. So in between Christensen and Rudiger on one side, Christensen and Aspi the other. Foden and De Bruyne are looking for those runs. Jesus is sort of coming out to his right-hand side. Chelsea got the free kick, play it short. Jorginho, edge of the box, wide left. Rudiger's got acres. He strides forward into acres of space. Up to the halfway line. Rides the challenge from Bernardo Silva. Werner makes that run in the left-hand channel. Edge of the box, left-hand side. Alonso goes beyond him. He comes back on his right foot. Werner shoots, deflected. Off the back of Kyle Walker. Chelsea corner. Chelsea corner. Come on, let's make this count. We've got the height advantage against Man City. But what's encouraging so far is Werner's made 2 runs in the channel. We've picked him up both times. And he's taken the centre-back with him. So the other centre-back is isolated with Lukaku. Walker, and as we know, Walker and Cancelo, he can't tackle. But Walker's being sucked forward to Alonso. And if Werner can pin one of the centre-backs, Lukaku can pin the other. Cross comes in, headed away by Rodri. He then meets his own header at the edge of the box. Heads it forward and Foden comes out to meet it. We've only left N'Golo Kante at the back. He comes across, heads the ball away. The referee's given a free kick for something on the edge of Man City's box against Rudiger. Yeah, Rudiger, stupid challenge. As Rodri goes up to win the header, Rudiger knows he's got to win it, so he just goes in, gives his elbow and just goes and clatters in the side of him. Stupid free kick to give away. Anyway, Man City allowed time and space to move the ball forward, walk into the halfway line. Chelsea backed off again. Deary me, now the airband's got it wide left. Aspi goes to meet him, he takes him onto the byline. Tries to get a cross in, off Aspi, goes off for a Man City corner. If you're Pep Guardiola, you're looking at this game, the opening 18 minutes, you're thinking this is a dream. We're just backing off, and it's ridiculous the way Chelsea are playing. It's a joke the way we're playing, the way we're approaching this game. I know, obviously, we've got ourselves Werner, we got danger, we just played it into the channel and try and pin the 2 centre-backs, but this is going to be dangerous. We're playing. The way we're playing is a dangerous game. The corners come swung in from De Bruyne. It's easy for Mendy to collect it. He runs to the edge of the box to try and give out a throw out quickly. They block it off, but then he's thrown it over the top of Foden to Alonso. Flicks a stupid ball. That's handball. Flicks the ball up to Werner, but Rodri comes across. It comes off his knee, hits his hand. Referee says play on. It's gone back to Ederson. Gives it to Laporte. Laporte plays it out to left-hand side, to halfway line to Cancelo. Chelsea backed off again inside our own half. Laporte's collected the ball. He stride 10 yards, 15 yards into our half, to halfway inside our half. Then we shut him down. They play it forward. 1-2s. Grealish on the edge of the box tries to backheel it into the path of Bernardo Silva. They can't find him. Now Werner gets crowded out. He's trying to spin on the halfway line and find Lukaku, but he's been crowded out. Man City have won it back. Chelsea pressing high now into their half, forcing them backwards for a change. It's then gone square to Diaz. He then plays it left-hand side. Cancelo, acres of space. Chelsea move across, but 15 yards away from him. Literally saying play through us. It's a dangerous game we're playing, and it'll be our downfall if we play like this the whole game. Again, Laporte allowed to come forward into the feet of Foden. Plays it out left-hand side to Cancelo. De Bruyne. Back to Laporte, who's allowed time and space to collect the ball. Plays it into the feet of the airband and then goes back to Diaz on the centre circle. He comes to the right-hand side and gives it to Jesus. Passes in the game, 131 for Man City, 55 for Chelsea. Converted, completed passes. That tells you the story so far. God knows what the possession is, but it must be about 80% Man City. And they played the ball to the right-hand side to Bernardo Silva. Played it out to Jesus. Forced back was to Kyle Walker. He goes back to the halfway line to Diaz, who's allowed space to go to Laporte. He's got 20 yards of space in front of him. Left to centre. Plays it out, trying to flick it out to Cancelo. Conte gets in and nicks it off of him. Now the referee's having a word with somebody here. The referee's having a word with Rudiger here. Bernardo Silva. Lukaku's got involved as well here. Lukaku's livid. Lukaku's come over to Bernardo Silva. He's giving it all this in his face. Bernardo Silva throws, like, just pushes him away. Now Rudiger and Bernardo Silva are literally having words here. Are they pushing into each other? So Bernardo Silva's tried to make a run. Rudiger's blocked him off. Bernardo Silva's moaning. So Rudiger gives him that the friendly nudge, which is not a nudge, which is a shove. Referee's just having a word. It's just there's no free kick or nothing. Man City throwing. It's gone back to Laporte. Who's allowed time and space. He's halfway inside our half, left to centre, but he doesn't find a ball forward. Goes back to Diaz, who finds Walker. Ball over the top, in the channel to the edge of our box, and Christensen comes off his back. Plays it Jorginho. Alonso, under pressure, loses it from De Bruyne. Rodri's got it. 20 yards out. Edge of the box, right-hand side now. He's shut down by Jorginho and Rudiger. Goes backwards to Walker. Walker, wide left. Cancelo collects it. 25 yards from goal. Ball over the top to the back post. Rudiger's got it covered against Bernardo Silva. Heads the ball away, but Walker's going to collect it. Level the edge of our box, wide right. Back to Rodri. Good press from Kovacic. It's gone back to Diaz. Back to Rodri now. Halfway inside our half. He plays it inside to De Bruyne. Shut down by Jorginho. It goes back to Rodri, to Bernardo Silva. Back to Rodri on the halfway line. Back to Bernardo Silva. In front of Guardiola. Shut down by Werner. Goes back to Rodri. Diaz, who goes one more to Laporte. And Diaz, literally on the centre spot, collects the ball. No pressure. Goes wide right to Bernardo Silva. Chelsea backing off again. Finds Jesus. Back to goal. Goes back to Silva. Now Jesus is allowed to turn 25 yards out. Looks for a 1-2 with De Bruyne. Chelsea win it back. Jorginho's got the ball edge of our box. Plays it looking for Conte. He's bursting forward now. He's got Reece James on the right-hand side, and he tries to play a ball in the channel to Lukaku. Blocked off, but Lukaku does collect it eventually, and it goes back to Reece James, and Chelsea's pace has gone out of the attack, and we've forced it backwards to Christensen. Holding on to possession for once, Chelsea. Kovacic, Christensen, bottom of the centre circle, wide left. Rudiger gives it to Kovacic, who's made himself available, but he's got Man City got 6 players in the press, pressing us. All 6 are pushed up, pressing us. We're playing 10-yard balls around our defence. Forward into midfield, back to our defence, and now Kovacic swings it out to Aspi. Reece James on the wing collects it, but he's forced backwards to Aspi. Into the feet of Jorginho. Back to Aspi, edge of our box. Back to Mendy now. Swings it out to Rudiger, wide left, collects the ball. Jesus comes out to him. Kovacic goes up the line, give him an option. Shut down by Bernardo Silva. Then Alonso drops in to collect the ball and lays it off to Conte, but he's missed it, Conte, but he gets back in ahead of Grealish and does well to win it. That was dangerous. Conte's collected the ball. Reece James looks for a run on Lukaku, but Lukaku made his run too early. They play the ball forward. He would have gone and he would have been offside, but the referee just says play on. Lukaku gave up the chase and Man City's got the ball easy. Walker now, 10 yards inside his own half. Tuchel's just bemoaning his players. He's telling his players to push up. They're all backed off. Chelsea's defensive line is pushed up inside, halfway inside our half with everybody else in front of them. And Man City have worked out the left-hand side. Cancelo goes past Conte, up against Aspi, plays it off of Aspi. It's a Man City corner again on the right-hand side. Our right, their left wing. It's so easy for Man City just to come forward in our half under no pressure. It's almost as if Chelsea's saying, come and beat us. Just come and beat us. Chelsea are line astern. 3 centre-backs, 5 across the midfield with the wing-backs then dropping in to make 5 at the back with a 3-man midfield and the 2 in front of them. We're forcing Man City wide, but we're giving them so much space to then play. Man City corner. De Bruyne swings it in, near post. Away by Alonso. Aspi went down under a challenge from somebody else in front of him, but Alonso, lucky enough, kept his arms by his side. It came off his chest and went out for a corner. Man City, everyone's pushed up. De Bruyne to take it in front of Matthew Harding. On the right-hand side. De Bruyne takes the corner right under the throat of Mendy. Under pressure from Rodri, he punches it away. Werner gets in front of Cancelo and flicks the ball away for a Man City throw-in. Halfway inside our half. Well done, Werner. Well done. It was actually Diaz up against Mendy. Big punch from Mendy. Got the ball away. Man City take the throw-in quickly and find Laporte. Centre circle. Goes one more to Cancelo. Just stopped, looking for an option. Plays it forward. to the airband, gets it back. Laporte's got the ball. Chelsea backed off inside our half again. Ball over the top now. Foden makes a run. Tries to flick it beyond Christensen, who's read it really well. Mops up. We go out to Alonso. Shut down by Jesus. Alonso does well and launches it up the line. It's gone out of play. So Man City throwing again. I can't hear the supporters. I can't hear the actual commentary on the game. But Chelsea fans can't be happy with this. Cannot be happy. I think Reece James is struggling here. Possibly. Anyway, Man City have got... Yeah, Reece James is struggling. I think Reece James has got to come off his ankle. Yeah, it's his ankle. It's his right ankle from the challenge earlier with Grealish. Thiago Silva's coming on. He's going to get warmed up. And Chalobah. So Guardiola at this point, he's got Walker, Bernardo Silva and Jesus at the sideline having a chat. Reece James is literally down on one knee. He's not happy at all with his right ankle. So Chalobah and Thiago Silva are warming up. Chelsea, this could be a good break for us at the moment because we need to get our act together here. Hopefully Tuchel can get hold of the players. We need to push up 10 yards, at least 10 yards further forward. We need to press Man City. What we do, Chelsea are defending our half, basically. That's the way we're playing. He's got the ice pack on his ankle. The magical ice pack. You got the flu? Put an ice pack on your head. Sort you out. Ice pack works with everything and a cup of tea. Okay, so Aspi is still talking. He's trying to organise people here, Aspi. But Chelsea, the way Chelsea are playing at the moment is not good. Lukaku's having words with someone. So Lukaku's not happy with the way we're playing, and so he should be and all. It's Thiago Silva coming on. So Aspi will move out to right wing back. Thiago Silva going in the middle and Christensen are going on the right hand side of the back three. Yeah, Reece James has got to come off. He's walking all right, but he's obviously got a problem with his right ankle of his. The airband challenge has done him in. So Reece James comes off. Thiago Silva comes on. 28 minutes gone. Not good. Not good from Chelsea so far. We've had two decent moments in the game, Chelsea, playing it into the run of Timo Werner on the left-hand channel, and he's gotten beat. When that happens, he's pinning Diaz, who's on this right-hand side of the back two, the two centre-backs. He's pinning him so Lukaku can pin it on Laporte. So Silva gives James a big hug as he comes off, and now Thiago Silva comes on. Not a bad replacement, you have to say, but Reece James heads straight to the changing rooms. Obviously, he's got himself an issue with his right ankle. So Silva's on. Outstanding against Tottenham last week, Thiago Silva. Brilliant player. Man City continue with possession. Diaz, pressed by Werner. Play it to Bernardo Silva. Now Chelsea press, which is good, and we force them all the way back to Ederson. Ederson collects it on the penalty spot. Werner goes to shut him down. He plays it one to the left-hand side to Laporte. Lukaku goes to meet him, goes back to Ederson, who's literally on his 6-yard box, Ederson. Dead centre. Chelsea now back away. He walks up to the penalty spot, takes 2 touches, 3 touches, 4 touches. He's edge of his box now. And now he plays it to left-hand side to Laporte. Laporte is 10 yards outside his half. Just slowed it right down. Plays a wide right. Or right to Diaz. Werner goes to shut him down. It's gone back to the goalkeeper, Ederson. Man City dominating possession, but they haven't created anything yet. Despite the way Chelsea are playing, they haven't created anything at the moment. They move the ball wide right to Cancelo, who's looking for the run up the line of the airband. Christensen now on that side comes across, wins the header. Aspinall flicks it away and then flicks the ball forward. Cancelo just guides the ball out in front of Conte. Man City throwing 10 yards inside our half. And they go backwards to Laporte, who's allowed time and space to put his foot on the ball. He then turns somebody and dictates where they should be with his foot on the ball and no one's going near him. They play it wide right. Diaz, bottom of the centre circle, collects the ball. Werner goes towards him, so he goes wide left to Laporte, who's allowed to step forward inside our half, Laporte. He's got to run up the line, Cancelo. Grealish comes short, Cancelo goes beyond him, but he goes back to Rodri. Shut down. Rodri, he's got Conte all over him. Claiming a free kick. Get away. They've still got possession. They've gone back to Diaz. Diaz now, wide right to Walker, who's got acres. He goes forward 10 yards. Into the feet of De Bruyne, who turns, edge of our box, space, shot blocked by Christensen. Then we get the ball away second time. Ball's up in the air, edge of our box. Kovacic wins a header. Rudiger then just blasts it into the crowd to get the ball away. But De Bruyne found space in between Rudiger and Jorginho. Back to goal. Took it on his left foot. Shot blocked. Guardiola's standing there applauding his players. Tuchel standing there, arms folded. Man City throwing. Walker throws it back to Diaz. Rodri. Diaz. Back to the halfway line to Laporte. Takes a touch and plays it wide left to Cancelo. Cancelo out to the airband on the wing. Grealish up against Aspi now. Aspi forcing backwards. Grealish has fallen over. The referee's bought it. Get up, you waste of space, Jack Grealish. Honestly. Aspi's just made a challenge. He's fallen over. He's a joke, Grealish. I hate Grealish. Anyway, the ball's come out to the right-hand side to Walker. Halfway inside our half. They play it backwards. 70% possession for Man City so far. Now Bernardo Silva wide right to Walker, who's moved up towards the edge of our box on the right-hand side. Bernardo Silva out to Walker, who's now on the byline. Alonso goes to meet him, forcing backwards. Everyone's behind the ball for Chelsea. Laporte on the halfway line collects it. Lukaku goes out to Cancelo and Aspi goes to meet him. Ball over the top to De Bruyne, who can't control it, and Chelsea nick in and win it. Conte's got it. Werner's making a run in behind, and Conte plays a great ball in the right channel. Ederson comes across. Werner thinks I'm not going to go for that. Bottles it. Ederson gets the ball out. I think Ederson's wearing a gum shield. Why is he wearing a gum shield? So that is had really bad veneers. We take the throw in short to Christensen. It goes back to Thiago Silva. First touch for him. 10 yards inside our half. Thiago Silva moves towards the centre circle. Then goes to the left-hand side with Man City pressing to Rudiger. Alonso. Walker goes to meet him inside our half. Alonso, long ball looking for Conte's run but can't get it. Cancelo heads it down to Rodri. He's got acres of space, Rodri. Drives at left-hand side. Grealish collects it up against Christensen. Comes inside. Flicks it to Rodri. Shoots from distance. Deflected off Rudiger. Man City corner. Again. Rudiger's having a go at Alonso here. Chelsea players beginning to argue with each other here. But Aspi went to go and meet Cancelo. And Grealish just walks into the space where Aspi's left and collects it in loads of space. Man City corner, sixth corner for City already. Our left-hand side, their right wing. Foden, left foot in-swinger. Towards the back post. They win the header, headed away by Thiago Silva on the goal line. Well, 10 yards, about a yard from goal. They shut us down and win back possession. Foden flicks the ball back inside and Jorginho reads it and clears it away. Chelsea fans are not exactly complimentary to Phil Foden there. If you can lip read... They won the header at the back post. Diaz, he heads it back in towards it. It was Jorginho who heads it away in the 6-yard box. But then they win the challenge on the edge of our box. Finds Foden. They clear it. They try to get the cross in. It's another corner for Man City. Their 7th corner of the first half. Another one from Foden. Left foot in swinger. Towards right down the goalkeeper's throat. He opts to just punch the ball away, not catch it. City collect the ball. Cancelo by our corner flag. The other wing, left hand side. Back to Bernardo Silva. Cross comes in. Jorginho heads it away. Werner can bring it down. And he does. But he's shut down straight away. First by Walker, then by Jesus. Man City win it back with De Bruyne. And he goes back all the way back to Ederson. Plays it to Cancelo. No Chelsea players with Man City's half. So Cancelo, it's Bernardo Silva. Just lays it off to Cancelo. Conte moves out there to shut him down. He goes back to Laporte. Plays it into the feet of Rodri inside our half. He's got time to take a touch. And goes one more. Walker. Gives it to Jesus. Alonso goes to shut him down. So he goes back to Diaz, who's 10 yards inside his own half here at the minute. Out to the right-hand side to Jesus. Ball looking for Foden. Christensen comes by the edge of our box and wins the first header. Then Rudiger comes across, wins the second one. It's gone out for a Man City throw-in. 10 yards inside our half. Right wing. It's gone back to Diaz. Diaz is 10 yards inside our half. Gives it to Rodri. And now Laporte comes forward on the left-hand side. They play it out to Cancelo, and of course Aspi goes to meet him, so then Grealish is left unmarked. Grealish up against Christensen, edge of our box, gets to the byline. Cross blocked. Man City have got their 8th corner of the first half. Honestly, it's so easy for Man City. We need to step up big time. Big time. De Bruyne opts to take the corner quickly and goes backwards to Bernardo Silva. Back out to De Bruyne, edge of the box. Cross comes in high towards the back post, over everybody. And it's gone straight out for a Chelsea goal kick. Of course, Chelsea could sit there and they could play defensive and they can nick a goal on the counter-attack, but we're better than this. The focus of the coverage, the TV coverage on Kai Havertz sitting on the bench at the minute. Chilwell's on the bench as well. Ziyech as well. Hudson-Odoi. So we take the goal kick short, quickly. Rudiger finds Kovacic, gives it to Conte, shut down by Grealish. Kovacic, shut down straight away, but walks away from a challenge of Jesus and goes back to Jorginho. He's filled in for Rudiger. Finds Alonso, Aspi. One more to Christensen. Azpilicueta. Jorginho, bottom of the centre circle, shut down by Foden straight away. Back to Aspi. Thiago Silva shut down. Rudiger halfway inside our half, left-hand side. Back to Mendy in goal. Man City pushed up, but just to the edge of our box. They're not actually shutting Mendy down. He's got time to go one more. Final third passes in the game. Final third passes. 8 for Man City, none for Chelsea. Chelsea have done well to play it out from the back, but Lukaku takes a bad touch and loses possession, and Man City win it back. Halfway line now. Diaz finds Rodri, top of the centre circle. Into the feet of De Bruyne. He goes one more left to Cancelo. Rodri, halfway inside our half. Chelsea backing off again. Cancelo's allowed time and space to just walk to the ball. Play it out to the airband. Back to Cancelo. Cancelo back to Rodri. Top of the centre circle. Walker's asking for it on the right-hand side. Ignores him. Gives it to Foden, who's then dropped off and plays it back to Laporte. Back to Diaz now. Foden. Lays it off to Bernardo Silva. And Rodri's got... Cancelo's got acres of space on the left-hand side. Cross comes in. Headed away. 6-yard box by Thiago Silva, headed back inside our box and booted away by Alonso. And Laporte's got time to collect it on the halfway line. Plays it up halfway inside our half, left wing now. Cancelo. Esports 7, you want to do one, mate. They play it out to left-hand side to Grealish. Finds De Bruyne, 20 yards out, shoots over the bar. Over the bar. Moderators, can you keep an eye on that Esports 7? If he keeps appearing, block him, please. I've just done it, but block him. Geezer's a twat. Anyway, Chelsea need to step this up. I'd imagine Tuchel will be livid at half-time. Okay, but once again... Oh, Balak's in the stadium. Once again, Man City have had nothing really to show for it, for all their possession at the moment. He's actually sitting there with the Bayern Munich manager. Oh no, the ex-Bayern manager. Is that Hansi Flick? I think that's who it is. Anyway, obviously watching Rudiger. Chelsea play the ball out to the left-hand side to Kovacic. Holds off a challenge from Jesus and decides to swing a ball out to the right-hand side, backwards towards our own goal. Christensen collects it. Looks for Jorginho, who's being pinned by De Bruyne and Jesus. Now they find him. They plays it up forward first time. Looking for Lukaku. Flicks it on. Conte's outside of him. Collects it. Tries to find Lukaku, but deflects out wide right to Werner, who made a run and was ignored. Werner finds Conte. Chelsea pushed up inside their half now. Approaching the edge of their box, we go backwards. Jorginho, halfway inside their half. Everyone from Man City's back defending. Rudiger, left-hand side. Looking for a ball to nobody. Aspi trying to make something of it. It comes off Grealish, who tries to get it away. He does. Cancelo now finds De Bruyne. Goes out left-hand side, and Jorginho goes up against him. Fouls him. Right on the wing. There's no point. Just stand up. Make him play it. Gives away a free kick to Man City. An easy one as well. Jorginho sold himself and De Bruyne just flicked it around him. Easy free kick. And Tuchel's got his arms in the air. He can't believe it. He's not happy at all, Tuchel. And I wouldn't be either. Man City got the ball. Diaz plays it out to Laporte. Halfway inside his own half. Chelsea backed off their own halfway line here, allowing them time and space. So Bernardo Silva now right-hand side. Turns away from Kovacic on the halfway line and swings the ball wide left to Cancelo. Grealish has pinned... Oh, he's brought it down. Great touch, Cancelo. Ball over the top. Deary me. A ball over the top, looking for the run of De Bruyne, who was in, but he's just in front of him. Couldn't reach it. Mendy's collected the ball. They play it forward now. We find Conte, who's shut down straight away and loses it to Rodri. Grealish collects it. De Bruyne lays it off to Foden. Looks for Jesus, who brings it down 6 yards out. He took a touch, took him backwards by the penalty spot, and he tries a left foot volley, and he shanks it wide left. Deary me. This is awful. This is awful from Chelsea. Honestly, the way we're playing. We're asking for trouble. Asking for trouble big time. Chelsea need to be 10 yards further forward. We need much more intensity in our game. Guardiola can't. He's doing all this on the touchline. I can't believe it. Man City's dominance, they've got nothing to show for it at the minute. They've had 6 shots, nothing on target. Chelsea have had a single shot. Mendy with a goal kick, launches it over halfway. Lukaku up against Rodri. Backs him away, but goes over the both of them. Cancelo heads it forward, looking for Foden. Tries to bring it down, bad touch. Thiago Silva, nice and calm, goes back to Mendy. City push up, pressed, Mendy. Launches it forward. Looking for Lukaku, gives it away to Silva. Then heads it forward. Finds Rudiger, then gives it away. Silva, ball wide left to the airband. Aspie's getting back there with him and does well to win a challenge. Conte wins it, gives it to Aspie. Goes back to Christensen, edge of our box. Looking for a ball out. He's got Aspie. Plays ball up the line. Lukaku, pin Laporte. Laporte's fouled him. Linesman's given a free kick on the halfway line. Right out on the wing. Chelsea free kick. Well done, Lukaku. Done well to pin him. Laporte can't beat him. He's literally grappling him like a wrestler. Right, here we go. Chelsea free kick. Let's get people further up the pitch for once. Aspie's pinched 5 yards. Plays it back. Christensen. Into the feet of Jorginho. De Bruyne shutting him down. Bottom of the centre circle, Jorginho. Plays it wide left, just inside our half to Rudiger. He's got 2 runners, Lukaku and Werner. Ignores them. Goes back to Thiago Silva. Shut down by Jesus. And now Silva plays a raking ball out to Aspie. Great ball. Brings it down. Heading towards the edge of their box, Aspie. Shut down by the airband and Cancelo. Conte moves out to the wing. Collects the ball. Left foot cross from Conte. Back post. Over Alonso. Kyle Walker just backed him away. Gave him no chance. And the ball's gone out for a Man City goal kick. Great ball from Thiago Silva. 50-yard ball to the feet of Aspie. Took it down halfway inside their half. Moved up to the edge of the box. Then stopped. Conte made a run outside of him. Found him. Cross come to nothing. Man City got possession with Diaz. Rodri, bottom of the centre circle, strides forward. Kovacic goes to meet him and he finds Bernardo Silva. Werner comes across. Walker now 10 yards inside our half. Is forced backwards to Bernardo Silva. Rodri now drops off inside our half, their own half, and collects it. Wide left now to Cancelo. Aspie can't go because he's got Grealish with him. Conte comes across. Cancelo comes inside and looks to play a ball inside. Gives it away. Jorginho finds Lukaku. Werner's on his bike, but Lukaku didn't look up. Played the wrong ball. Man City win it back. Werner was there. He was in. Walker now comes away with the ball. Halfway inside our half. Rodri. Chelsea backed off again. Wide right to Jesus. Up against Alonso. Alonso's beaten him to it and does well. Plays it inside to Kovacic. Edge of our box. Comes forward. Looking for Werner. Trying to pin by Diaz. Diaz wins the ball in front of him. Man City got it back and they're breaking with 5 forward. Bernardo Silva, edge of the box, right hand side. Jesus up against Rudiger, holds him up. Jesus tries to get a cross in. Blocked off for a Man City corner. Their 9th corner of the first half. Chelsea's game here. We're playing counter-attacking football, obviously. We're trying to pin Werner on Diaz. We're trying to pin Lukaku on Laporte and every time we play the ball up to him, we're trying to spin behind. Right, it's a Man City corner from our right-hand side, left-hand side. Foden, left foot in swinger towards the back post. Headed away by Christensen. But Cancelo's got loads of time to collect the ball. Wide left, collects it. Up against Kovacic, drives towards the byline. Cross comes in low, headed away again by Christensen near post. Cross comes back in first time. Easy for Mendy to collect it. Conte makes the run wide left. Put my teeth in. He ignored him. Now we find George Marco Alonso comes forward on the halfway line and gives it to Conte. Shut down straight away by Kevin De Bruyne, who's working back for his team. Gone out for a Chelsea throw-in right in front of Thomas Tuchel, who's sitting down, doesn't look happy. And we've gone back to Rudiger. Back to Thiago Silva. Halfway inside our half. Long ball. Silva, wide left, looking for that run of Alonso. Takes the ball down. Up against Walker. Does well to hold it up. Then falls over. Wasn't a free kick. Then he brings down Kyle Walker. Free kick to Man City. The referee just said play on. By their own corner flag. They play it square to Diaz, who's now inside his own box. Rolls it across the left-hand side of the penalty spot to Laporte, who plays it out in front of him. Halfway inside their own half. Cancelo up to the airband, goes back to Cancelo, and now Laporte. Chelsea backed off again. Laporte, easy to Diaz, inside his own half, ball over the top, looking for a run from right to left of Jesus, who wins the header, but Thiago Silva mops up. Finds Kovacic, finds Jorginho, back to Kovacic, first time ball to Andreas Christensen, wide right, Aspi. We all know Jack Grealish won't get back. Aspi strides forward, plays the ball up the line. Conte moves out there with Rodri with him, puts Rodri on his bum. Brilliant play from Conte. Flicks it into Werner on the edge of the box, tries to get a crossing, headed away. Chelsea going to win back possession with Kovacic. Conte goes one more. Aspi, level the edge of the box, right hand side. Back to Kovacic. Man City defend the edge of their box. Tries to get a crossing. It's poor. Man City block it to get it away, but we win it back. Then Jorginho loses it to Foden. Flicks it back to Cancelo. He's under pressure, and he plays the ball forward looking to Jesus, and he flicks it wide right to Kyle Walker. Level the edge of his own box. Man City dealt with that well, and he comes away from a challenge of Kovacic and finds Bernardo Silva, and then finds Rodri. Top of the centre circle, moving forward, wide left to Cancelo now. Man City bursting forward. The airband now, wide left. Aspi's up against him. Cross comes in towards the back post. Jesus looking for it. Rudiger just pushes him away or just eases him away. Goes out for a Chelsea goal kick. It's going to be half time now. It is. It's half time. Chelsea 0, Man City 0. Chelsea have had two promising moments, but you have to say, honestly, Chelsea have been poor. So poor on this game. Chelsea are set up defensively in this game. It's that bad. Chelsea are defending. At one point, Chelsea have got everybody back no further up than 30 yards from our own goal line. From our own goal line. We're allowing Man City time and space to move the ball around from right to left. They're trying to pinpoint our left-hand side. We've got Conte out there as the three-man midfield, the middle of midfield, with Reece James first. Then now it's Azpilicueta. What they're doing, they're finding Cancelo in loads of space on the left-hand side. And initially, before he was injured, Reece James, as a quandary. Do I stay with Grealish or do I go forward to Cancelo? As soon as he goes, and now Aspi's doing it, Grealish has got acres. So Christensen has to come across and it opens up the space, and then De Bruyne's going in that space or Foden. Chelsea are just not at it today at the moment. Chelsea are playing like a team who's been battered the week before and do not want and just do everything, trying to do everything not to concede. Chelsea are much better than this. I know it's a massive game. I know a lot rides on this. I know Man City have not created anything really of note or forced Mendy into a save yet. But this is a dangerous, dangerous way to play football. And I don't agree with it because we're better than this. We've got so much quality through midfield in attacking areas. We're not seeing it. We're not seeing it. It's so easy, so easy for Man City to defend up against Lukaku and Werner. When we're playing the ball up to them on the halfway line, they're trying to take the ball. Lukaku's done it a couple of times. He's actually held off the challenge, held the ball up and then looked for somebody wide or inside of him. But what Werner's trying to do is trying to get himself pinned on Diaz because he hasn't got the pace, Diaz, up against Werner. And Werner's trying to flick the ball around him. He's trying to go around him and flick past him and get on his bike. And it hasn't done it at the moment. It's when we've got time, we've got a bit of space inside our half and we look up. Kovacic and Alonso have been doing it. They collect the ball and they look for that run from Werner. They play it down the line or in that left channel. Because Walker goes forward, Cancelo goes forward, and the two centre-backs are pinned. Chelsea need a creative spark. We need something. At the moment, we've got Jorginho sitting back defending. Obviously, Kovacic is there. Conte has been a shadow of himself at the moment. He's not winning challenges. He's just finding himself in that pocket on the right-hand side where he's in a quandary as well. Do I go forward or do I sit? At the moment, he's just sitting. But, Ozzy, that's a good point, mate. It is a good point. They're going to get themselves... I mean, they can't be nothing but confident the way we've played the first half and the way we've been defending, but they've got nothing to show for it. And maybe they'll start blowing second half. Maybe. But we can't play this game. We can't play the same way second half because they will create chances and it's dangerous. Dangerous game to play. Chelsea is so much better than this. So much better than this. Kovacic, Jorginho and Conte. have literally just spent most of the half defending, dropping off defending. Deary me. It's a dangerous way of playing football. So, guys, let me know what you think of the game so far. Put your comments in the comments section. I will try and read out that I can. Faze is in Malaysia. Good to see you. Jason, Tommy the technician, we'll sort them out for the second half. We will. Aussie, it's rope-a-dope. It is rope-a-dope. Alonso, Lukaku needs help. Take off midfielder and add Kai Havertz. Yeah, maybe. The only problem is that opens up the space, doesn't it? It will open space. But the best way to defend is an attack, isn't it? You start leading your defensive line from the attack, but at the moment, Chelsea played a lot of that half without the ball. 70% possession for Man City. 9 corners they've had in that first half. Chelsea have had 1. We've had 1 shot off target. They've had, I think, 6 or 7. They've had 1 shot on target, which was easy for many just to collect it nice and simple. So it's just not right. It's just not good today. I was expecting much better than this. We've beaten them 3 times on a spin. We should be confident heading into the game. We should be heading into this game with confidence, but we're playing with we look like a team that's come off the back of a couple of defeats. We're trying to keep things tight and hope for something on the counter. We need to step further forward. I expect a massive improvement in the second half. There's got to be a massive improvement second half because it's just too dangerous. Too dangerous. Thank you very much for the comments, by the way. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying the commentary. I've got 218 people watching. I've got 55 likes. Smash that like button for me and put it out there so more Chelsea fans can see the commentary. Let's try and get to 100. It's a big ask. Let's try and get to 100 before the second half kicks off. Deary mate. Aussie. Yeah, it's too fast, too physical. Talking about Ziyech. I think it definitely calls for Kai Havertz. Definitely calls for Havertz. Lukaku, as I said in the game, he was frustrated. There was one point where Reece James was injured. Lukaku looked like he's not having an argument. He's having quite a animated discussion with Cesar Azpilicueta and Alonso. Lukaku's literally like, just give me the ball. Play it up to me. He's making his run and we're trying to find him. But the thing is with Lukaku is he can see the ball coming to him, so he's trying to hold the defender off and they're just nipping in front of him. Defender pins him, holds him off, and someone steps in front and wins it. The commentary, the coverage on the game is now Rio Ferdinand. I'm sure he's going to be saying the same sort of thing. Rio Ferdinand, dearie me. Remember Rio Ferdinand? The coverage of BT Sport before the Champions League final was literally wetting himself when he saw Man City's attacking team and the potential they've got. He soon shut up in that Champions League final. But honestly, they're showing analysis here. It's all Man City. All Man City. Chelsea are defending numbers. And I'll tell you what's very noticeable as well. Because we're playing the 3-man midfield, we're playing Jorginho, Kovacic and Conte. Obviously, Jorginho's the deeper of the 3 of them. When Man City break forward, or they play the ball wide, Jorginho's dropping in the defensive line. And Rio Ferdinand just highlighted that. Chelsea got 6 players defending on the edge of our box. We've got the 2 wing-backs, the 3 defenders and Jorginho. And then the likes of Conte, Kovacic are busy on the edge of our box trying to defend that. They're talking about, they must be talking about the fact that Man City dominating possession, finding openings, but can't really create anything because Chelsea's defensive wall, the blue wall is there. But it's just a game where, we're showing Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel, they're just showing a bit of Tuchel there, and they're showing him animated on the sideline. He's doing this to the players. He's going, come on. This is not going to plan so far. But the positives are, Man City haven't created anything of real note, despite their dominance. But here we go. The Chelsea game plan, and it's the 2 centre-backs being pinned by Lukaku and Werner. And they're showing the amount of space in behind for Werner to run onto. The partnership these two could potentially have could work wonders. Smash that like button for me, people. Werner will run everywhere. Werner is unselfish. He'll run everywhere and he'll get Lukaku. He's looking for Lukaku. as much as possible. But just utilise him. The thing is, last season, the only option we have as an out ball was a ball over the top to Werner. This time we got an out ball in Lukaku to hold it up, but he needs to be a little bit aware. I got to the clock. Thanks, Richard. Good shout, by the way. Deary me. The clock would have been a nightmare, wouldn't it? The only problem is when it goes to extra time, if ever, I know it won't because it's a league game, but when there's a game, if it's a cup game, it goes to extra time, my clock is knackered. I can't work out how you do it. It won't go to 90. Yeah, Jorginho Ballon d'Or. I've possibly. Showing a picture again of Tuchel. He's smacking the bench. He's swearing in German. I'm sure he is. He's not happy, and I don't blame him. Do not blame him. So, Chelsea need to step up. We're about to kick off second half. Couple of minutes' time. I need 21 more likes. Smash that like button for me. Share this link for this stream. Let's get more Chelsea fans involved. Thank you, every single one of you, for joining the stream. Much appreciated as always. Really appreciate every single one of you for your support as well on the channel. Let's hope we got a much better second half. I've got slightly off apple juice. I have to, otherwise the old voice. So, let's just try to just shift our focus and be a bit positive here. I don't like being negative, but let's try and be positive. Man City have done nothing of real note this half. Chelsea have proven that with the right ball at the right time, we can get in behind their two centre-backs. Just need to find the right final ball. So there's the positives. And the massive positive is Chelsea can only get better second half from what they were first half. I don't want to see Chelsea backing off. I don't want to see us allowing Man City dominance because it's a dangerous game. Come on, Chelsea. You're better than this. Much, much better. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Alonso, you're right. The wing-backs. The wing-backs are playing too defensive. But when you allow, the way we're playing, when you're allowing Man City time and space, there's times in that first half where Laporte collects the ball and he's 10 yards inside his own half. Chelsea are backing off. And he literally walks with the ball forward onto the halfway line. Then he walks 10 yards inside our half before anybody goes to engage him. Honestly, it's just outrageous. But come on, we need to be better than this. Let's get behind it now. Let's be much better. Much, much better off. Much better off. We've got to be better than this. But the good thing is about Chelsea, we got plenty of options on the bench. Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, Ben Chilwell's there, Kai Havertz is there, Kepa had a good game the other night. Ruben Loftus-Cheek had a good game the other night. He's on the bench. He played so well the other night in that deep line midfield position. So will Thomas Tuchel, as somebody said, apologies, someone mentioned it on the chat earlier, will Tuchel decide to take one of the midfielders off? I.e. maybe Kovacic and swap him for Kai Havertz? Would he take off Werner and go Kai Havertz? If it was me, I'd just try and attack them. Just attack Man City. They're not as good as people think they are. The defensive line is not great. Walker's their best defender. If you take him out of the game, I know Diaz was decent, but we've already shown that Champions League final. I don't know if you remember that. We won the Champions League final for a second time. Werner with his movement scares the life out of Diaz. He doesn't like it. Centre-backs like to play up against a main striker, a big striker, because they know where they can see him. They can manage marking because he's right in front of them. He's not very mobile. When you've got someone who's on their bike, moving around constantly, they hate it. It's an absolute nightmare. I'm 9 likes away from 100 before second half kicks off, which is amazing. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Just to confirm, people, if you're not aware, I have a newish born baby, now 4 months old. And as a result, obviously, I work full time and I have to try and manage my time and give my wife a break from having the baby all day. So videos are about 2 a week at the moment, but hopefully there'll be more as we move forward. So I appreciate every single one of you sticking with us, sticking with me on the channel. But we're just waiting for the second half to kick off. Remember, people, I'm watching it on the BT Sport app in the UK. I'm 1 minute delayed from normal coverage. So please, please, please do not put any spoilers in the chat and spoil it for everybody. We want to live the emotion of the game as it happens on my screen. And let's enjoy it together. So, Ian, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Appreciate the commentary. Blue Lounge, how you doing? Well done, by the way, on your channel so far. Mezzi, good to see you. Gazimbo. Dano, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Patara, how are you? Gazimbo. It does. Matt P's going to call it 2-1. No clean sheet, Matt. Hat-trick. Good as well. Apologies if I've missed anybody else. I apologise. I don't know if you're aware, but I do waffle a bit. Anyway, and one more like away. One more like away from 100. Players are out for the second half. Smash that like button for me. Gennaro, how are you? Sergio, good to see you. Thank you so much. There's the 100. 45 likes in this halftime break. Thank you. Appreciate it. Right, second half. Is there any changes for Chelsea? No, Blues. I didn't name it after Chelsea player, unfortunately. I should have done. Right. Looks like Ferran Torres is going through his set piece notes. He's reading what he should be marking from corners. So Ferran Torres will be on second half at some point. Probably for Jesus. No changes. Chelsea kicking towards the Matthew Harding. Lukaku's going to kick us off. Come on, boys. We've got to be better than this. Needs to be 10 yards further forward. Lukaku kicks off. Got to start my clock. Look, I'm about a second delayed. Lukaku kicks off. It goes back to Christensen. Aspi on the right-hand side. Tries to play out the line. Blocked by Cancelo. And De Bruyne wins it. But Jorginho comes across. Well done, Jorginho. Wins the first challenge. Then Man City win it back. And then Jorginho and De Bruyne are trying to get it out their feet. Plays off Jorginho for a Man City throw-in right in front of the Chelsea bench. Cancelo to take it. Throws it back to Laporte. Chelsea backed off to the halfway line. Laporte walking up to the halfway line. Now Werner goes to meet him. He plays it out to Cancelo. Just inside our half. Left-hand side. Back to Laporte. Left to centre. Moves forward 3 yards. Then plays it into the feet of Rodri. Who's got time to take the touch. Then plays it wide left. Cancelo plays the ball forward. But Aspi Nixon wins it. Werner lays off to Conte. Who's looking to find Lukaku. But plays the ball straight to the feet of Bernardo Silva on the halfway line. Forward to Kevin De Bruyne. Thiago Silva nips in and gets there in front of him. We play it backwards to Rudiger, back to Mendy, and Mendy launches it up to halfway. Lukaku win it, and he does. He flicks it on looking for Werner, but they read it and they step in front of Werner and win it. But that was close. That will come off at some point in this game. Man City have got the ball with Walker. Rodri into the feet of Bernardo Silva, halfway line, shut down by Jorginho. So he goes back to Laporte, who then plays it. Sorry to Kyle Walker, plays it to Diaz. Now Rodri, halfway line, steps forward into our half. Plays it to Bernardo Silva. In that space Mason Mount normally covers in the channel. They play the ball forward, but blocked off by Rudiger first, then Thiago Silva. Jorginho mops up and goes back to Mendy. Mendy launches it again. Lukaku win it. He does. He flicks it forward, but Werner's nowhere near him, and Diaz just mops up easy. Cancelo now. Wide left. Looking for the airband. He hasn't fallen over, just to report that. He's on his feet, believe it or not. Cancelo now, inside his own half. Gives it to Rodri. Centre circle. Rodri launches the ball up forward, looking for the run of the airband, but Christensen read it. Conte. Jorginho gives it straight to Rodri. Centre circle. Rodri now. Kevin De Bruyne. Into the channel. Grealish. Edge of the box, left-hand side. Christensen comes across. Great block. Grealish collects the loose ball. Plays it back to Cancelo. Level the edge of the box, left-hand side. Grealish now collects it. No spoilers in the chat. I'm a minute delayed. Do not put any spoilers about goals or anything else in the chat, please. Otherwise, you'll be blocked. They play it on the left-hand side. Grealish is in. Pulls it back to the penalty spot. Outside to De Bruyne. Shot blocked by Conte. Well done. Jorginho heads the ball away. They played well there. Left-hand side. They played it inside and found Grealish. Edge of the box. Grealish again on his right foot. Allowed time and space to curl one. And it goes 5 yards wide. They're putting our left-hand side. That's their focus, is the left-hand side. Aspi, Cancelo's getting there with Grealish, supporting Grealish all the time. There's no changes at half-time. No changes at half-time. It's easy for Man City at the moment. On our right-hand side, their left-hand side, We've got Conte there in front of Aspi, and they're finding space. Conte's being sucked in. De Bruyne's dropping into the midfield to overlap the midfield or outnumber our midfield, and it's becoming easy for them to then find space. Right, we play it forward. They hoof the ball away. Thiago Silva, big header, heads it forward. Werner from an offside position, 20 yards inside their half, collects it, offside. Man City throwing, free kick even. Riyad Mahrez is focused on him for some reason. City play the ball to the right-hand side, and they play a great big ball out to Jesus, collects it. Rudiger goes to meet him. Alonso gets back into shape, defending Rudiger's position. They tried to play it wide right, blocked off, but then Jesus collects it. De Bruyne, wide right now. Bernardo Silva, level the edge of our box on his left foot. Cross comes in, headed away by Aspi. Bernardo Silva holds off the challenge of Kovacic, heads it down to Walker. Man City keep hold of possession. Rodri now has to force backwards to the centre circle. Laporte, one ball left to Cancelo. Aspi goes to meet him. Werner's there as well. They flick it forward and Christensen wins it. Now Werner's got some space. Just inside our half, Werner, take him on and he runs it down the line. Rodri comes across. Laporte comes across. Werner goes beyond him. And then Laporte tries to get a foot in. Werner's still got possession. Go on, Timo. Keep going, mate. Well, he's played it. He done really well, Werner. He had no option at all. He's being crowded out. He took him down the line. And he gets to the corner flag and they play the ball off of him. And it's a Man City throwing right by their own corner flag. But Werner's run eases the pressure, forces Man City backwards. Grealish has fallen over. Grealish and Azpilicueta are now at it. Look, the two of them. Grealish has elbowed him. He's a dirty, honestly, Grealish. You're a joke. Absolute joke, Jack Grealish. Anyway, the referee gave a free kick and they played it back to Ederson. I can't stand Jack Grealish, by the way. Don't know if you've noticed. Anyway, Laporte's got the ball. He's allowed to walk halfway inside his own half, left to centre. Chelsea backed off. Cancelo now, 10 yards inside his own half on the left-hand side. Forced backwards. Laporte plays the ball to the right-hand side to Bernardo Silva. Inside his own half still. Just playing it across their back line at the minute, and Chelsea pushed up to the halfway line. Laporte's got the ball just inside his half and plays it out to Cancelo in front of Guardiola. Goes back to Laporte. Shut down by Werner, so goes back across the pitch to Diaz, who plays it forward to Walker just inside his own half. Looking for the feet of Foden, but plays the wrong pass, and it's easy for Chelsea to mop up with Thiago Silva. Takes his time and plays it out to Christensen. Aspi now, halfway inside our half right wing. Conte goes up the line, collects it, but shut down by three players. Back to Christensen, who launches it up the line, right-hand side, over everyone, and Laporte collects the ball. Chelsea useless at the moment. Our possession is not good enough. It's easy for Man City to defend against. They've got the ball inside their half, now over halfway, Laporte. Wide left now, Cancelo, halfway inside our half, flicks the ball outside of his foot, looking for the run of Foden, but Thiago Silva wins it, but Man City win the second ball. Cancelo now, driving to the byline, cross blocked. Thiago Silva blocks it. It's gone off for a Man City corner. Another Man City corner. So, corner from our right-hand side. Their left wing. De Bruyne to take it. Man City fans in full voice. Right foot in-swinger from De Bruyne. But he takes it short. Chelsea react to it. Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne. Finds Cancelo, 25 yards out, moves forward, beats Werner, shot blocked but finds Jesus, shoots, it's deflected in, it's a free, it's scored, Man City have scored, 1-0 Man City, and to be fair, it's been coming. We've been asking for it the whole game, and it's happened. Man City's corner was half cleared. It comes out to Cancelo, who's on the edge of the box. He goes to shoot with his right foot, sells Werner, comes back on his left foot, and his shot is deflected, and it deflects into the feet of Jesus. He's got his back to goal. He's on the halfway line. He's levelled the penalty spot, back to goal. He turns, shoots, deflects off a foot of defender. Mendy's gone to his left. It's gone the other way and trickles in, and it's 1-0 Man City. Now you've got to react, Chelsea. You must react. You have to react. Deary me. Honestly, such a poor goal to concede. He shoots and it hits Jesus. He's got Jorginho and Rudiger up against him. He turns, he takes a touch to his right-hand side. As a shot, it comes off of Jorginho, deflects away from Mendy, who's gone this way. All Mendy can do is watch the ball go in. Honestly, we're asking for it ourselves. The way we've been playing, and I hope Tuchel's honest here. Man City deserve to be 1-0 up purely because they've dominated the game. They've been allowed time and space, and Chelsea now need to react. Tuchel, you've got to change the game. We've got to throw him, and we give it away. Kovacic gives it away. Bernardo Silva, halfway line, collects it. Back to Walker. To Diaz. Diaz collects the ball. Under pressure goes to Walker. Now Walker just goes back to the goalkeeper. And now Chelsea players are pushed up now. They're now pushed up. Pressing. But it's 54 minutes too late. We find the ball now to Cancelo. Cancelo inside to Rodri. Ball over the top, looking for the run of the airband. Up against Christensen. Christensen does well to hold him up. But De Bruyne collects the loose ball. Drives towards the byline. Cross is blocked by Christensen. Well done. And then finds Timo Werner, who's dropped deep to help. Inside to Jorginho. He's got some space. Wide left is Alonso. He's looking for him. But tries to find Lukaku. Jorginho's fouled by Jesus. Chelsea free kick. Bottom of the centre circle. Right, we take it. We play it wide right. Aspi floats the ball into Lukaku. Headed away. Only as far as Conte. Edge of the box. He's off it today, Conte. They all are, to be fair. And they play the ball out of play. Chelsea throwing halfway inside their half. We need to change something. There's now more urgency from Chelsea. But again, it's 55 minutes too late. We have to wait to go a goal down to react. And it should not be that way at all. Chelsea should be on the front foot from the word go, and we're not. We've been made to pay for it. I kept saying it was dangerous. I kept saying that they're going to break us down, and they have. Chelsea got the throw. We've moved it across the left-hand side of the pitch, and Rudiger's moved forward to the edge of the box now, Rudiger. But he's shut down, so he has to go wide left to George Michael Alonso. Cross comes in, floated towards the back post, headed away by Cancelo. It went over Lukaku. Werner had his eyes on it. Cancelo stepped in front, heads the ball away. Chelsea corner, second of the game. From our left-hand side. Chelsea attacking the Matthew Harding. Alonso's going to take the corner from the left-hand side. Left foot outswinger by the looks of it. Second corner for Chelsea. Man City's had 10. Right, Rudiger Silva on the edge of the box. Aspi, Jorginho, Werner are there. Cross is poor. It's low and they just get it away. And then Conte under pressure forces it all the way back to Mendy. Mendy collects the ball 10 yards outside his own half. He's got loads of time, obviously, as City come out. And now Mendy launches one to the right-hand side, looking for Aspi. Does well to flick it forward, but Werner doesn't make the run. And they collect the ball and just launch it forward. Thiago Silva gets it one in the face from a throw-in from Foden, a header, but Foden's offside. We take the free kick quickly to Jorginho. Silva finds Kovacic centre circle, goes around the challenge of Bernardo Silva, makes the run. There's Werner in, but it's just in front of him. Unlucky. Man City have got the ball. Bernardo Silva, bottom of the centre circle, moves forward. Kovacic goes to meet him and he plays it one more to Walker. Back inside to Rodri, centre circle. Wide left now to Cancelo. De Bruyne's there with him and the airband. The airband's got the ball halfway inside our half, byline. Goes inside to Cancelo. Back inside now to Rodri, centre circle. Goes one more right to Walker. Comes inside Walker, under pressure from Kovacic. Walker finds Cancelo, 30 yards from goal, left-hand side. Grealish on the edge of the box outside. Up against Aspi. Grealish moves into the box. Sells Aspi. Grealish shoots. It goes just wide. Just wide. Mendy was beaten. Did Mendy get a fingertip to it? I think he did, and he pushed the ball away. Aspi sold himself and Grealish went round him. Great save from Mendy to push it around the post. Brilliant save from Mendy. Fingertips to it. It's a Man City corner. 11th corner of the game for them. Come on. Foden's going to take it. Right foot outswinger from our left wing. Their right wing in front of the shed end. Foden to take it. Launches it. But doesn't beat the near post. We get the ball away. Grealish collects a loose ball. Tries to play a ball forward, but Conte wins it. Beats him. Conte holding off Grealish. Does well to the halfway line. Holds the ball up. Conte does really well. Finds Jorginho. Ball outside he has. He's got Aspi. Acres of space. Just over halfway. Lukaku's asking for it up the line. Finds him. Lukaku now with Cancelo. Edge of the box. Goes round him, Lukaku. Byline. Cross comes in. They defend it away. Aspi collects it. Loose ball. Edge of the box. Takes it down. Man City got everyone back behind the ball now. Goes back to Christensen. Silva. Chelsea have stepped up. I have to say that. They have stepped up. Ball's gone wide left to Rudiger, who's allowed to move forward. City are now dropping off. Gets the cross into the edge of the box, deflected away. But then Chelsea tried to win it back, and Man City play it between the legs of Jorginho, and now De Bruyne's away, over halfway, up against Thiago Silva. Collects it, finds Foden, but Foden's offside. He's not offside. He's played on, but Mendy's now bloody... Honestly, blow the whistle, put your bloody flag up. Honestly. Whoever made this ruling... Put the flag up 87 minutes after the event, needs shooting. De Bruyne broke and he was over halfway, but Chelsea had 4 players around him. Foden made the first run. They tried to find him, but he got blocked. Then when De Bruyne found him, he was well offside. And Chelsea have had possession, and the same things happened. We play at right wing, Werner's miles offside. Right, Chelsea changed. Kai Havertz is coming on with half an hour to go. Havertz and it's Conte's coming off. N'Golo Conte's off. He's not been himself today, but that's probably because of the way he's been asked to play. So Chelsea making their switch now. I'd imagine you're going to see Timo Werner and Havertz play as number 10s. Let's see what happens. Man City have got the free kick and they take it inside to Rodri, who's allowed to just play it backwards to Diaz. Havertz goes forward. Yeah, they're definitely playing. So Havertz is playing wide left. Lukaku's playing for the middle. Werner's playing on the right. Havertz and Werner look like number 10s. Ederson just launches it out of play. Chelsea goal kick in front of free kick even. Throw in. I'll get there in the end. He's gone to Christensen. Plays it forward. Kovacic flicks the ball wide left to Havertz. Collects it. Wide left is George Michael Alonso. Collects the ball on the byline but falls backwards to Rudiger. 10 yards inside our half. Rudiger. Plays it forward to Kovacic. Now Alonso's come inside as he does. But Rodri just shoves him off the ball. Referee says play on. The airbands collect it on halfway. Takes it forward, but Cancelo goes forward. Cross comes into Mendy. Flicks the ball away from them. Mendy off the goal line from Thiago Silva. Deary me. Chelsea play it forward now. Up to Havertz. But he's shut down by Walker straight away and they play it back to the goalkeeper, Ederson. Chelsea pressed forward. Ederson just finds Rodri in acres of space in between Werner and Lukaku. Now Grealish drops deep to get the ball on the halfway line. Lays it off to Cancelo. Kyle Walker makes a run from right back to centre forward. He's ignored. They've gone back to Laporte. Cancelo. Rodri. Across to Diaz. One shot, none on target for Chelsea. 12-3 for Man City. Rudiger does one of those challenges. Rudiger, honestly. Man City players down is Jesus. Rudiger does... The ball's played to the right wing. And it's Rudiger up against Jesus. Rudiger's just going to win the ball nice and simple. Oh, to be fair, I did him a disservice there. But this is the moment they just had it off the line. So Grealish collects it on the halfway line. He steps forward. Christensen takes him up, but Cancelo's gone beyond him and collects a loose ball. Goes forward and plays the ball across to the penalty spot, towards the penalty spot. And it's Foden who goes first. Mendy gets there and tips the ball away from him. But whoever else it was, Chelsea's away here. Chelsea flicked the ball through. We just scored. Is he offside? He's offside. So as I was explaining that, Chelsea play the ball forward to the left-hand side and Lukaku drives forward to the edge of the box. It's a long ball from Christensen to Kai Havertz. No, it's actually Alonso who heads it down to Havertz, who's miles offside. Havertz is in the channel, drives forward to the edge of the box, and then he gets inside the box and plays it square to Lukaku, who puts it home, but he's well offside, Havertz. But yeah, so as that play, Mendy tips the ball away from Foden. I think on the right-hand side, somebody else comes in on the ball. I think it's Jesus, strikes it, and Thiago Silva gets back on the goal line and gets the ball away. Dangerous, dangerous game. Man City free kick, gone back to Ederson. Wide left to Cancelo. Launch the ball forward to halfway. Thiago Silva gets in front of Foden, launches it forward. Rodri heads it out, heads it back forward. Aspi heads it back towards Man City's goal. They collect it, play it out to Kyle Walker. Chelsea pressing high. Jesus now with Rudiger up against him. Kovacic goes in to win a challenge. Referee says play on it. Was a foul. They got a runner. Kyle Walker, right wing. Thiago Silva comes across and beats him to the ball. Fair play, Thiago Silva. And he finds Alonso. Plays it inside Jorginho. The game's opening up. Plenty of space for both teams. Jorginho, wide left to Alonso. Halfway line. Havertz goes in front. Ignores him. Comes back inside to Kovacic. Christensen. Wide right to Aspi. Pinned up against Cancelo. He's got Rudiger. He's got Lukaku. Just been brought down. Brilliant play, Lukaku. As Aspi's picked the ball up on the right-hand side, Lukaku moves across to the left-hand side of their penalty, outside their box. Pins himself on Laporte, who's trying to get around him. Lukaku lets the ball go past him, flicks it on. Laporte brings him down. Right on the edge of the box, right-hand side. Chelsea free kick, and it's going to be George Michael Alonso to take it, you'd imagine. Left footer. I'd say you're probably looking at, if you imagine looking at the goal line or looking at the goal straight on, and you've got the 6-yard box, it's about 5 yards to the outside of the 6-yard box, the width of the actual where the ball is, the free kick is. It's not right out on the far corner of the penalty box. It's just inside it. It's not opportunity. It's Alonso. It's about 10 yards, maybe 5-6 yards inside. It's Alonso just to the right of the D. I'd say just to the right. It's probably in between. If you look at the middle of where the D ends and the edge of the box is halfway in between there. Alonso's all over this. He's the only one over the ball. Would he strike this direct? He should do. Man City have got a 3-man wall with Jorginho and Azpilicueta on the end of the wall. Come on, Alonso. Make it count. Rudiger and Kyle Walker are going at it in the penalty box. Referee's had a word. Alonso, free kick, launches it, blocked off the wall. Chelsea corner. Come on, Chelsea. Alonso comes across to take it. Left foot in swinger from our right wing. Make sure you make it count. Silva's there. Lukaku's there. Rudiger's there. Christensen, Havertz. We've got plenty of height. Make it count. They win the first header with Diaz. As far as Aspi. Plays it forward. And Kovacic, great ball over the top to Alonso. Oh, his cross with his right foot is awful. 2 Chelsea players are down in the box. Claiming. What's the referee looking at? VAR? Thiago Silva's insistent he's been fouled. Referee's waved it away. What happened there with the ball from... What happened with Thiago Silva? Great ball from Kovacic. Finds Alonso, but he's on the right wing and he tries to shank it with his right foot and he just plays it out of play. So Thiago Silva, what happened to him? Thiago Silva fell over the feet of Lukaku, to be fair. Man City goal kick. Ederson launches it up to halfway. Finds Grealish, who tries to flick it inside first time, and Thiago Silva comes away. Gets the ball away. Man City throwing. 10 yards inside their own half. Cancelo to take it. Plays it up the line. Christensen reads it. Tries to win the ball. Flick it, but finds De Bruyne. Now Grealish is away in loads of space. Left corner of our box. Grealish flicks it inside. Ahead of Foden. Jesus collects it. Plays it back across goal. Christensen blocks it. Gets it away. Fires De Bruyne. Shot blocked. Deary me. Deary me. Chelsea, what are you doing? Come on. Honestly. They're just finding space. Grealish tries... He played a flick cross with the outside of his foot ahead of Foden. Right, Man City corner. I think the 12th or 13th corner of the game from our left-hand side. Left foot in-swinger from Foden. In front of the shed end. Bernardo Silva, Laporte, Diaz, Jesus. Cross comes in. Deep towards the back post. Diaz heads it back towards goal. Lukaku, big header away. And Kovacic gets in front of De Bruyne and comes through. Kovacic, ball forward, but it's poor. Had Havertz and Werner making a run, but easy for Kyle Walker just to nip in and get it back to the goalkeeper. And they play it forward to Rodri. Wide left to Cancelo. Now to Jesus. Lays it off to Rodri. Jesus again, back to Ederson as Chelsea go to press. We got ourselves 22 minutes here to turn this around. Ederson. Lukaku goes. Ederson launches one forward. Into the feet of Foden. First time ball to De Bruyne on the halfway line. First attempt to cross to find Foden back again is blocked. Second one, he gives it straight to Christensen. Aspi collects it. Jorginho. It's Thiago Silva, sorry. Get mixed up with the air. Halfway line. Kovacic looking for a ball into Lukaku. Blocked off, but he finds Alonso. Alonso, cross comes in towards Lukaku. Headed away. First time by Diaz. And then Ederson comes. As Lukaku's holding off the defenders, eyeing up the ball. Ederson jumps over the top of him, collects the ball. It's there. It's definitely there for Chelsea. 100%. Guardiola, for some reason, Guardiola's got a water bottle and he's just smashed it on the floor. Just whacked it on the floor for some reason. He looks like a man who's dejected. His team's 1-0 up and dominating the game. Ederson launches one up to the left hand or to the right wing. Jesus tries to win it with Rudiger. Ends up on his back. Right, the ball comes back to Mendy. Rudiger. Up to Alonso. Alonso to Havertz. Plays it inside, gives it away to Diaz. He plays it first time to Grealish in the centre circle. Grealish flicks the ball wide right to Jesus, who's made a remarkable recovery, by the way, just so you know. He goes back to Kyle Walker. Back to Diaz. Halfway inside his own half, Diaz collects the ball. Chelsea pushing forward now. Laporte. Rodri. He's got Akers. Bottom of the centre circle. Takes a touch, then goes wide. Bernardo Silva to Kyle Walker. Diaz plays the ball forward to the feet of Foden on the halfway line. Rudiger nips in and wins it. Jorginho finds Kovacic into the feet of Lukaku. Holds off a challenge. Kovacic, edge of the box, right hand side. Kovacic shoots. Blocked off by Diaz. Great tackle from Diaz, I have to say. It's coming. Chelsea are finding some spaces here. Lukaku, we're playing around Lukaku and we're getting runners. It's causing them problems. This time it was Kovacic. Great block by Diaz. Chelsea corner from the right-hand side. Left foot in swinger, I imagine, from Alonso. Come on. Alonso to take it. One arm in the air. Indicates back post. They head it away by Laporte. And Aspi has to track back, and he does, and he goes back first time. Under pressure from Foden, back to Mendy, who's about 5 yards outside his own box and goes to Aspi, but back to Mendy. Now Thiago Silva's going to collect it in some space. Man City sort of push out slowly, allowing Chelsea possession at the back, and Jorginho finds the run of Werner in the left-hand side, over the top. Ederson reads it, comes out to meet it, and then lets it run all the way to the byline, picks up the ball under pressure from Werner, rolls it out to Walker. Walker, Bernardo Silva, touches it inside to Rodri, halfway inside his own half, comes forward 10 yards, then goes back to Diaz, slowing it down. Man City in no rush, they're 1-0 up. It's easy for them at the moment, but Chelsea need to step it up. Chelsea is still playing quite laboured at the minute, and Bernardo Silva's got the ball. Halfway line, comes away from Alonso, drives forward Bernardo Silva. Jorginho comes across, stops him, but he collects the ball, the loose ball, Bernardo Silva. One more to Jesus, back to Silva, Jesus, back to Rodri, 25 yards from goal. Left-hand side now, Cancelo collects it. Grealish takes it first time beyond Azpilicueta, but Aspi gets back in and does well, and plays it away for a Man City corner again. Azpilicueta's having a go at the referee, saying he's been pulled back by Grealish. Referee says no chance. Man City corner. De Bruyne to take it short, and he does. Edge of the box, Bernardo Silva, back to De Bruyne. Cross comes in first time, and it's woeful. He's overhit it, and it's gone straight out of play. He's done it the first half, he's done it again. Right, come on, Chelsea. You're better than this. Let's get a goal. Let's get a goal next 10 minutes and then make it a barnstorming finish. Mendy. Out to Rudiger. Alonso. Up the line to Havertz. Back to Alonso. Halfway inside our half. Flicks it inside Jorginho. Makes himself available. Grealish comes across. Wins the challenge. It goes off for a Chelsea throw-in. 10 yards inside our half. Jorginho's got it. Kovacic now. Looking for an option. Hasn't got one. Has to lay it back to Rudiger. Rudiger now. Wide left is Kovacic, who's dropped into the space where Alonso's pushed forward. But a bad touch from Kovacic. Bernardo Silva wins it on halfway. Moves forward 10 yards inside our half. Finds Rodri. Finds De Bruyne in loads of space. Middle of our box. Middle of our half. Out wide left to Grealish. Cancelo's on the overlap. Finds him. Cross comes in. Mendy collects it easy. Thing is, we've made the change to two-man midfield with obviously the three up front. Or the two number 10s with Lukaku and they're finding space. Chelsea play the ball forward. Laporte gets in front of Havertz and heads it back to Ederson. Ederson rolls it straight out to Cancelo. Cancelo forward to De Bruyne. Has a look around, collects on halfway. Stops, plays the ball backwards under no rush. No pressure as well, by the way. Back to Diaz or Laporte, who's put his foot on the ball again 3 times. No one's pressing him. Lukaku's just looking at him 5 yards away from him. They move it out to the right-hand side to Bernardo Silva, who's dropped in. Now Rodri's in loads of space, Rodri. He's got Foden outside of him and Walker. And he finds Walker on the right-hand side. Up to Jesus, gets it back. City just playing it easy. Chelsea, no urgency still. No urgency. 1-0 down. 15 to go. No urgency to press them. They're inside our half. Now we're forcing them backwards. They've gone back to Diaz. Rodri. Diaz. Chelsea are not pressing at all. Come on. Push on. Make the change, Tuchel. Do something. They play it wide right to Laporte. It's gone back to Ederson. I will be doing Champions League. Yes, Andrew. Big time. Right, they play it forward. Rudiger wins the first header, but they win the second ball. And now Bernardo Silva collects it and under pressure just launches it out of play. Loftus-Cheek's coming on. Ruben Loftus-Cheek's coming on and Jorginho's coming off. The goal was off Jorginho's foot. Deflects it away from Mendy. Jorginho's off. Loftus-Cheek's on. Come on, Ruben. He just said to Kovacic, us two. Us two is what he just said. It's definitely a two-man midfield. Right, Chelsea play it along the back four, and then on the back line, and play it up to Aspi, who wins the second ball. Loftus-Cheek, wide right, halfway line, turns inside De Bruyne and comes away with the ball. Moving from right to left, into the middle of the pitch now. Shut down by Rodri, so goes back to Christensen. Aspi, right in front of Guardiola on the sideline. Collects the ball, flicks it inside to Loftus-Cheek, who's fouled straight away by Rodri. Chelsea free kick, 5 yards inside our half, right of centre. Loftus-Cheek gives it to Kovacic, plays it one more, wide left to Rudiger. Halfway line, Rudiger collects the ball. Launches one, wide right now, loads of space for Aspi, collects it in his chest. Chests it down, gets it out of his feet. Cross comes in, looking for Havertz, over the top. Chelsea try to win back the second ball. Man City come away with it, Bernardo Silva. Alonso fouls him. Definite yellow card. Man City free kick. Ah, dearie me. We're finding space now, Chelsea. Just need to make sure I mean, there's a great ball in by Azpilicueta. You had Havertz. You had Lukaku go first, then Havertz in behind him, then Werner. It was over Lukaku. Just beyond Havertz. Lukaku played the ball up. Lukaku. Man City played the ball forward to De Bruyne. He's got Christensen all over him. Man City free kick. 10 yards inside our half. Left to centre. Stupid free kick to give away, really. Ridiculous free kick to give away. Christensen's booked as well now. Smash that like button, people, for me. Man City play the ball forward to Foden, but Rudiger steps in to win a challenge with Bernardo Silva. Deflects the ball wide. Jesus, 5 yards inside our half. Goes back inside to Bernardo Silva. Collects the ball. Lays it off to Rodri. 10 yards inside his own half. Bottom of the centre circle now, Bernardo Silva. From right to left. Lays it off to Cancelo. Turns away from Werner. Across halfway line. Acres of space on the right-hand side for Walker. Outside of him is Jesus. Alonso goes out to meet him. They lay the ball back to Walker. Havertz steps in. Walker's gone down under the challenge of Kai Havertz. Referee's given the free kick. Havertz can't believe it. Free kick to Man City. 25 yards from goal. Wide right. Yeah, Havertz on the top of his foot, to be fair. He went in to win the ball, but he stood on the top of his foot. Definite free kick. Chelsea need to up their game. Noel Gallagher's in the crowd there, alongside the Chelsea fans, believe it or not, in amongst the supporters. Okay, Man City free kick. De Bruyne swings one in, right foot towards the back post. Laporte, dearie me. Laporte on the back post, got in front of Azpilicueta, volleyed the ball just wide. He makes contact with the ball. Great free kick from De Bruyne, you got to say. There isn't offside. He wasn't offside. 2 other players were. He's literally on the 6-yard box. Volleys it wide left. Chelsea doing that stupid passing, but we actually get the ball away, which is good, from the goal kick. We play it short, play it wide, up the line to Loftus-Cheek. He wins a Chelsea throw-in on the halfway line. Smash the like button for me, people. Mahrez coming on for Man City. Chelsea take the throw-in short to Christensen, goes back to Thiago Silva. Bottom of the centre circle. One more to Rudiger. Over halfway, left-hand side. Rudiger swings a big ball wide right to Aspi. Cancelo goes out to meet him, wins the first header. Grealish and his hairband have fallen over. So Grealish and Aspi are having words now. Grealish is a joke, honestly. Powder puff. Absolute powder puff. Deary me. Man City free kick. Referee bought it. Of course he did. De Bruyne's coming off for Man City. Mahrez is coming on. 10 minutes to go. Chelsea need to up the game. Get an equaliser and kick on again. I just did, yeah, Ozzy, I saw that. As De Bruyne come off, he got a hug from Guardiola. Give him a bit of a slap on the face, just to pretty much say to him, job done. Right, they played the ball forward, it's offside. Chelsea have got themselves a free kick. Wide right, inside our half. Christensen takes it quickly to Mendy. Mendy. Wide left to Rudiger. Rudiger collects the ball. One more to Alonso. Forced under pressure back to Rudiger inside our box. Back to Mendy. Takes a touch to his right-hand side. Finds Christensen. City going to press. Up the line to Aspi. Pressed by Cancelo. We give the ball away. They play it forward. Silva comes across to win it. Aspi then gets the ball away, left-footed up the line. Rodri wins the first ball. Foden collects it. Loftus-Cheek wins a great challenge. And then Chelsea play it forward to Havertz. Under pressure, feeds it wide right to Werner. Right in front of Tuchel, Werner. Moves over halfway. He's got wide left Alonso. He's got Lukaku moving away. Werner's moving forward. He's driving forward towards the byline. Werner. Cross comes in to the penalty spot. And Kyle Walker gets there in front of Kai Havertz. Gets the ball away. And then Man City play the ball away again up in the air. Aspi beats Grealish to the ball. Heads it up in the air. Halfway inside their half. They take it down and play it forward. Jesus chests it down to Rodri. Forward to Mahrez, who's just on. Inside their own half, 10 yards. Gives it to Grealish. Right in front of Guardiola. Back to Cancelo. And he goes back to Ederson. Chelsea today are playing... They look like a team that's got... They played a game yesterday. There's no intensity to Chelsea's game today. The intensity is completely gone. The defensive side, the way we've set up and the way we're playing is just... It's our own downfall today. Right, they've actually given the ball away and they've put it out for a throw-in right in front of the benches. Aspi gives it to Christensen. Matthew, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Left-hand side to Rudiger. Rudiger, edge of our box. Plays it forward to Kovacic. Flicks it to Thiago Silva. Under pressure, loses it by Jesus. Foden. Grealish is in the box. Grealish. Great save. Mendy comes out to meet him. Just inside the box. Tried to flick it round him. He didn't fall over. Just want to point that out. And Chelsea come away. Loftus-Cheek holds off a challenge. Goes round another one, Loftus-Cheek. Halfway inside their half. Flicks it inside to Werner. Werner, wide lefts the ball to Alonso. He turns back on himself, Werner. Wide right now. Aspi, 20 yards out. Cross comes in. Easy for Ederson. Ederson collects it and does well to collect it and rolls it straight out to Mahrez. He's 10 yards inside his own half. Goes round Rudiger. Rudiger holds him off. Referee gives a free kick. Smash the like button for me, people. Who's he booking now? Referee's booking someone. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, Rudiger put an arm on him. Rudiger put an arm on Mahrez. And, of course, that obviously means that he's got to fall over. Great save, Mendy. Mendy, Schmeichel-like. Remember Peter Schmeichel used to come out and give it all that? Big arms, makes himself big. Done exactly that. Blocked a shot from Grealish. Rudiger's booked as well. That's Aspi booked. Oh, it's Alonso booked. Christensen's booked. Rudiger's booked. Right, Man City have got a free kick. All I'm saying at the moment is Guardiola. Show me the game. We got ourselves 6 minutes plus injury time. Believe it or not, it's a Man City throw in edge of our box. Haven't seen it. TV coverage was awful. Cancelo to take the throw in. Up the line. Finds Jesus. Lays it back to him. Now Grealish. Up against Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva plays it against him. Goes out for a Chelsea goal kick. Well done, Silva. Come on. We got 6 minutes plus injury time to get an equaliser. We take the goal kick quickly to Rudiger. Inside our box. Wide left now, Alonso. Got some space to move forward. Up the line. Havertz. Flicks it back inside to Alonso. Lays it off to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Centre circle. One more. Wide right to Aspi. Man City look leggy. Aspi. Werner's looking for it up the line. Aspi comes inside. Then flicks it to Werner, who's just inside the box. Werner shoots. Straight against Laporte. We still got the ball. Alonso dribbles around the edge of the box. Referee says no foul. Alonso's down on the heap. Bernardo Silva comes away with the ball. Out to Grealish. He's going to fall over. He doesn't. He flicks it inside to Bernardo Silva. But Kovacic goes in and wins the ball in front of him. Well done. Chelsea got the ball inside our own half. Loftus-Cheek. Kovacic. Bottom of the centre circle. One more to Rudiger. Left-hand side. Rudiger collects it. Alonso. Halfway line. Back to Rudiger as Man City press. Chelsea, 3 attempts, none on target. Man City, 15 and 4 on target. We work it to the right-hand side. Loftus-Cheek turns Foden, holds him off and then just plays it back to Christensen. He's got no out ball. Chelsea have pushed people forward here. Thiago Silva with the ball. Bottom of the centre circle. Wide left to Rudiger. Rudiger back to Thiago Silva. Bottom of the centre circle. Long ball wide right. High. Aspi heads it down, but Werner's the other way. They clear the ball away. Up to halfway line. Foden brings it down and flicks it wide left to Grealish. Christensen comes across. Aspi nicks in and wins the ball off of Grealish. Man City throw him. Just so you're aware, Jack Grealish fell over. I know you've got to sit down and you're shocked by that, but Jack Grealish fell over. But I just want to report his hairband is fine. It's still in place. It's all good. His makeup's good. Man City are making 2 changes. Fernandinho's coming on for Phil Foden. And the other change is Raheem Sterling's coming on. Sterling's coming on for somebody else. I can't see who's gone off. Oh, Grealish has gone off. Oh, bless him. He's getting some stick from the Chelsea fans and he's smiling. Okay. So we got ourselves a couple of minutes to go, plus injury time. Man City take the corner, the throw in short, flick it between the legs of some players, win it back. Kovacic under loads of pressure. Well done. Flicks it back to Christensen. It's a free kick to Chelsea. About halfway inside our half. Wide right. Christensen to take it. Take it quickly, mate. There's a rush on here. Plays it into the feet of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Gets it back from him. Christensen collects it. Strides forward. 10 yards inside our half. One more to Aspi on the byline. Long ball high. Looking for Lukaku. Who's in behind. Right of the box. Tries to get across in. Can't connect with the ball. And Man City get the ball away from Rodri. Throw in. Right hand side. Level the edge of our box. Harry, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. 100 million. Aspi with a cross. Over the head of Lukaku. Aspi, what a great cross with his left foot. Lukaku is holding off the defender. He's more interested in holding off the defender, Diaz, than connecting with the ball. The ball was literally a foot over his head. He didn't even jump for it. He sort of half jumped holding off Diaz. All he had to do was connect with it. It was bang on the money, the cross. It's gone straight out for a Man City goal kick. Lukaku, all he had to do was just concentrate on the ball, not the defender. Ederson launches one high. Rudiger's underneath it. Flicks the ball down to Mendy. Mendy rolls it out to Christensen. Christensen. Got no option forwards to go square to Thiago Silva. Edge of our box. Wide left to Rudiger. One more to George Michael Alonso. Collects the ball. Halfway line. Long ball forward. He's overhit it. Straight into the arms of Ederson. Dearie me. I have to say, if you're Man City, you will not believe how easy this game's been today. Chelsea was so poor. Defensive mindset. Allowing Man City to dominate the game. They just played it forward to the edge of a box. Christensen just nicked it off of Raheem Sterling. Aspie's got the ball here. Up to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Flicks it back to Aspie. Back to Christensen. Square to the edge of our box to Thiago Silva. Back to Christensen. Get the ball forward. Christensen collects it. Left-hand side to Rudiger now. 10 yards inside our half. Looks for ball over the top for the runner. Kai Havertz is in. Ederson comes out and beats him. Punches the ball away. Looks like he's caught Havertz at the same time. Havertz was offside. Havertz is down. Ederson stayed down. I think he's punched the ball and Havertz. He's not offside. What's he given? The referee's given a free kick against Kai Havertz, who's, as Ederson comes out, Havertz goes into the header. Ederson punched it with his right foot, but Ederson catches him with his left elbow on the cheek. Dirty git. And he's got away with it. VAR should see that and he should be off for that. He's caught him with his elbow. As he's come out and he's punched him, he's done that with the elbow and he's caught Havertz right on the face. Havertz is poleaxed, he's down. Azpilicueta's seen it. He's all over the referee Michael Oliver, who's having none of it. You need to look at VAR, referee. He probably wouldn't be, well, I'm not sure if it's a penalty or not, but he punches the ball away. But at the same time, as he punches the ball away, he catches Havertz on the cheek with his elbow. His elbow is like this, but he puts his elbow out and he catches him. Just seen a replay of the goal again. Jesus, deflected effort. We were asking for trouble today and we got it. Simple as that. Chelsea was so poor first half, allowing Man City time and space to dominate the game, to get more and more confident with their passing, to find spaces, to attack us. We were playing a dangerous game and it's backfired. And as soon as Man City scored, we had about half an hour, or maybe that was the 52nd minute I think they scored. Well, then Ederson's got up to Havertz say, "Oh, I didn't mean it." With his gum shield in, Ederson. Looks like a boxer. Honestly, it's shocking. Anyway, yeah, the title, I understand the title was not won today, but this is a game where Chelsea could turn up and make a statement here, and they haven't. They've been so below par, it's been untrue, Chelsea. We changed the formation to go 2 up front, 5 across the midfield, and we just sat there defending. No press, no intensity, no urgency, and it's going to backfire. Ederson launches the free kick high to the edge of a box. Christensen wins the first ball. He's been fouled by Raheem Sterling. Chelsea free kick. Silva to Christensen. Into Loftus-Cheek. Lays it off to Aspie on the right wing. Back to Loftus-Cheek. Driving forward now over halfway. Flicks it to Werner. Werner on the right-hand side. Flicks it back inside the Loftus-Cheek, but Bernardo Silva's covered his run. Collects the ball right by his own corner flag and launches it up the line. Aspie heads it back forward. Cancelo and Sterling and Rodri then gets the ball away. Blasts it away up to halfway. Silva's got time to bring it down. Just lay it off to Christensen. And he does. Alonso in acres of space on the left-hand side is screaming for the ball. Kovacic does well. We move out to left-hand side now. Rudiger. Now Alonso gets it. Halfway inside their half. 4 minutes of injury time. We've got a minute and a half to go. Rudiger back to Silva. Silva. One more to Christensen. Christensen. Into the feet of Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek turns away. Back to Kovacic. Top of the centre circle. Tries to find a ball to Rudiger, but blocked off by Jesus. Rudiger's brought down Jesus and they carry on playing forward now. Mahrez up against Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva beats into it. Chelsea win back the ball. Rudiger's still down, but he's now getting up because he's realised we've got back possession. Kovacic under pressure gives... Oh, he nearly lost the ball on the halfway line. Managed to nick it away. Loftus-Cheek back to Christensen. Bottom of the centre circle. Get the ball forward. Rudiger now collects the ball just inside their half. Left wing now, Lukaku on the wing, driving forward towards the byline. Cross comes in, back post. Aspi goes up. It's been barged off the ball by Cancelo. Referee says play on. Well done, Werner. Werner's got back in to try and win back possession. He wins back a free kick from Chelsea. As Aspi went back post to win it, Cancelo just eases him away from it. Actually, Cancelo doesn't even know Aspi's there. It's not a penalty. Chelsea fans and players are claiming it's a penalty. It isn't a penalty at all. It's not a penalty. Cancelo's just looking at the ball, and as he comes across, Aspi's jumped to win the header, and Cancelo just moves into him. Doesn't even know he's there. Deary me. Right. Aspi's been down for about 30 seconds. There'll be another 30 seconds added on. Chelsea free kick, right by the benches. Christensen's going to launch it. Man City have got their defensive line 10 yards outside their penalty box. Pushed up. Christensen looking for a long ball to the back post, and he does. Plays it up to the edge of the box. Kovacic wins the first header. Aspi flicks the ball forward. There's nobody there. It's gone straight through to Ederson. And Ederson plays the ball first time to Raheem Sterling. Loftus-Cheek comes back to meet him. Sterling just holds the ball up. Lays it into the feet of Jesus. And then got one more outside of him is Bernardo Silva. Just holding the ball up. Plays it through the legs of Christensen to Jesus. And Jesus is attacking us. Left-hand side, corner of our box. Up against Thiago Silva. Plays it straight against him. Blocked. Chelsea play the ball away. Up to Lukaku on the halfway line. Holds off the challenge. Does well. But brought down by Diaz. Referee says play on. Werner knocks it back to Azpilicueta. It's a free kick. Diaz has been booked. Chelsea got a chance to get the ball forward, but hurry up, Aspi. Sterling stands on the ball, stop him taking it early. Aspi takes it, launches one, up to the edge of the box. Ederson's going to come to meet it all day long. No one near him. Honestly. Ederson collects the ball. This game's lost. The game's lost, and I have to say, credit Man City for taking advantage of the way we played. The way Chelsea approached this game was awful. It's the first time I've seen a Chelsea team under Tuchel get the game completely wrong. Totally wrong. He was doing his nut. I'll give him that. He was doing his nut on the sidelines, complaining about the way we were playing. It's just awful. This was a time for Chelsea to make... the game's still going on. It's gone to Mendy. He's launched the ball forward. Now the referee's blowing the whistle. The referee blows the whistle. And with that, Bernardo Silva's on the halfway line. He's dropped to his knees and he's doing all this. That's how much it means to Man City to beat us today. I wish we had the same passion today. We didn't have the same passion at all. Obviously, we love Tuchel. What he's done for the team when he's come into our team. But today, for the first time, he's got it completely wrong today. Totally wrong. He was going mad on the sideline about the way we were playing, getting people to push up and to be, to have more urgency. But this Chelsea team today had no urgency, had no intensity, and we made that game so easy for Man City. The first half was shocking. Second half, you're on reaction. We got some sort of reaction, but it wasn't good enough. It was not good enough. And if you're Guardiola and Man City, you're going to walk away from this game thinking, how easy was that? Shocking. Man City are fist pumping, their chest, bumping chests and all sorts. That's how much that game means to them. And it's shocking that we're not seeing that from our players. Our players are dejected. Tuchel's going around just shaking our players' hands and patting them on the chest and all that sort of stuff. Awful. Awful from Chelsea today. No, there's no other words. Awful. We approached the game wrong. The defensive mentality was wrong. We sat back. We let them grow into the game, become more confident. And that's just awful. I don't know how on earth you can approach that game in that way and not have some sort of reaction at half time. Second half, exactly the same thing was happening. And then I kept saying, we're playing a dangerous game. We're allowing Man City the time, allowing Man City the space, allowing Man City the possessions come on to us. We're backing off. We're 30 yards defending our own bloody goal line. From our own goal line, 30 yards out, all 11 players are behind the ball. It's ridiculous. And I said it's going to be our downfall, and it has been. Man City score 52nd minute, and they deserve it. I said they deserve it. And then what happened? They then score. Then we get some sort of reaction. But the reaction is not good enough. Chelsea looked like a team that had legs, that didn't have the legs today. And that's what's the most disappointing thing. I understand and I accept, as a Chelsea fan, you're going to lose some games. I understand and accept if you lose a game where you've been outplayed and where you've given your best. I'll accept it. We don't like it, but you have to accept it. When you lose a game and you lose it and you've been nowhere near where you should be, then that's just ridiculous. I think Man United have lost, haven't they? So Man City now above us. We're all on 13 points. Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Man United are on 13 points. Liverpool still got to play. Brighton could go top if they win. Brighton could go on 15 points and top of the league. Chelsea are now third. Man City are above us, 11 goals plus goal difference. We're on 10. Liverpool got to play still. But that is just ridiculous, mate. Ridiculous. I'm saying, mate. As I'm saying, I appreciate losing the game where you give your best. When you don't give your best, you're nowhere near where you should be and you lose, you don't deserve to win the game. Chelsea did not do enough, anywhere near enough to win the game. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous from Chelsea today. So I'm gonna stop this commentary. I'm gonna do, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do the video on here. I need to do a video recap of the game to put on the channel to just, do a 5-minute video to get that done before I need to go in and look after my baby. So my baby boy and my wife. So yeah, it's not good at all today. Chelsea deserve to lose that game. Chelsea, no intensity, no urgency. And that's the first time I've seen a Thomas Tuchel Chelsea team that was awful. So there's the Prime Minister's in. Bojo, players lack motivation. Anyway, so guys, completely wrong today. We deserved to lose and we lost. What more can you say? I'm going to record a quick video which will be out on the channel in about an hour's time. So thank every single one of you for being here. Thank you for your lovely comments. I really appreciate it. And the Man City fans for being on here as well. Appreciate it. But all the regulars, all you guys, thank you so much for being here. Sorry it wasn't a better game to commentate on. I'll be back here in midweek. Juventus, match commentary. Juventus Chelsea on here. Hopefully we'll see a much better performance. Deary me. Thanks for watching. Drop a like on this for me. And I'll see you guys very, very shortly. If you just stay tuned to the channel, video will be on. Thanks, guys. Thanks very much. I'll see you soon.